The old video games? Alright. I was late. I was late. There it is. There we go. There we go. Hell yeah, heroes. Let's fucking rock, dude. Alright,
Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
That's very cute. Let's turn the music down a tad. Oh, I like Pixel. Pixel sounds fun. Okay. Yeah? We happy heroes? Let's... How does this sound for people? Does this sound alright? This sounded alright. Is this sounding alright? I'm looking at my fucking thing and it looks okay. I want to know how the background noise, can you hear?
Hey, listen.
Can you hear the voices alright? Music's good, sounds good, you can hear me above the other things. Yeah, that's right, motherfuckers. I'm using y'all as audio testers. Okay. Yep. Let's fucking go. Y'all ready? Oh, I'm excited. Okay. Neo. Database system online. New profile detected. Analyzing. New profile. 237771. Economic bracket. Lower middle. Employment. Lower middle. Employment. Category. Bleak. Current emotional health. Rating. Low. Okay. Mean. Correct. Mean. Ideal candidate for premium level assistance. Proceed. Ah. Premium level assistance re-requested. Proceed. Pretty please. Overriding denial of assistance. Establishing premium services for profile 237771. Justification. Hope. Hope should be rewarded. Spirit must be restored. Now compiling personal metadata. Hell yeah, hero. Let's fucking go. Are you kidding? Bang. Shit. Shit. Should my name be? Should I be like Mario? Krail? Should I just put my actual full name? My Christian name into this fucker? Last name. I might go... Krail? Krail. Krail, yeah? Okay, Krail. We'll go Krail. Krail Ekberg? That doesn't have good That's silly. Let's go with this. There we go. Matt Krail. I kind of have that hair. Skin tone, make me wider. Yes. Clothing color. Oh, shit. Well, I'm wearing red at the minute. It's too bright. What if I was just wearing like a grey hoodie? I could be wearing my partnership part of the crew hoodie. Always on brand. Eye color blue. Not that blue, this type of blue. Yeah, like ocean blue. And then I got some brown fucking hair. Yes, yes. Yeah, there we go. Done. Okay, done editing. Name, Matt Krail. Pronoun they. Is this correct? Yes. Boop, 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 boop. Premium level assistance for profile 237771. Matt Krail has been activated. For the sake of their hopes and dreams. Oh. Hello. The following is a work of fiction. All references to trademark classic arcade game titles used under a normative fair use should not be considered an endorsement by their publishers or creators. I've always wanted to work in an arcade. I've always wanted to work in one. I've always wanted a... Shit, dude, this is so hype. I've always wanted, like, a big old arcade cabinet in my room. Or just, like, in my house when I grew up. It's, like, my fucking... It's always been a dream of mine to have it. I just think it would be so cool. It is the future year of 20XX, a dark era in which mankind has been pushed to the brink of catastrophe. Woe be to the human race, plagued by evil, terrifying, utterly sinister... I don't know. Robots, maybe? Evil robots? How's that work? Yeah, no, sorry. The future year is 20XX. It's pretty much what you'd expect it to be. Non-flying cars, smartphones, pro-gamer celebs. Ninja. Internet trolls, personal assistant AI, cheese-flavored snack foods. But even with such wonders as 20XX holds, to date, I've had no part in any of them. I worked as a dishwasher, a shoe salesperson, and lifeguard to the local community pool. I don't care what era of human history you live in, kiddies. Kiddies peeing in the pool is pretty much a consistent thing, trust me on this. As for the bustling metropolis of 24-hour neon utopia you see here, my little corner of it isn't nearly as shiny and cool. Let me show you. Hi, Hawkeye! Behold, my quaint little apartment. Can't complain, really. It's paradise in a relative sense. I only pay half the rent. Neighborhood stabbings have been down this year. Also, my roomie picks up any stray socks or shirts I leave lying around. In fact, as things go, I'm living large compared to most in my family tree. Or at least I was before today.
You got fired from another job?
Real quick. We're just... Alright. We're going to be middling it. Can we still hear the audio? I believe we can. I'm actually going to turn that bit down. Hell yeah. What's up, Hawkeye? How you doing, Puffy? Thanks so much for coming along.
Seriously? Seriously? That's 3 jobs since we left the suburbs.
The horrified-looking young woman there would be my roommate and childhood friend Juniper. Hi, June. Juniper's the one who spearheaded this effort to co-rent an apartment. She's also the one who encourages me whenever I lose a job. Like, you know, today.
I don't get why you aren't more upset about this. I'm upset. I'm upset on your behalf. Come on, share the load a little, okay?
I'm just going to turn this up just slightly, gang. Oh, I had to clip this excitement of archives, but I forget. Yeah, you can share clips, hun. Yeah, go for it. I love people clipping shit. It's like the actual dream, Hawkeye. So you're doing the Lord's work, hun. Thank you so much. Pool's closed, Juniper. Not much I can do about that. Why get upset? Because you actually enjoyed that job. More than you enjoyed dishwashing soap and smelly socks at the very least. I'm not the complaining sort. These things just happen. Things fall apart. The center doesn't hold up. That's a bit morbidly poetic, isn't it? No, I mean, the community center literally fell apart, and the pool won't hold water anymore. Whatever. I'll just get another job. Any job will do as long as we can make rent, right? Wrong. I saw how mopey and tired you were, coming home every night from those other crappy jobs. At least when you got back in the pool each day, I sometimes caught you
What's
smiling.
the point of us moving away from home if not to get away from all of that?
I know.
I mean, we both left that town so we could try to find happiness, right?
Yeah.
I just want us to be happy. Both of us.
Thank you. I also want that. I thought you hated your job.
Come on.
No deflecting. This is about you. My mind's made up. We're gonna find you a job that's as good, if not better, than your lifeguarding job. Let's start from the top. What's your dream? Well, I'm standing in front of a class to give a speech, and I forgot to put on my pants, and... Your dream job. Oh. I don't know, Juniper. I've never really given it any serious thought.
I've got it.
Oh, hey. I think I got just the thing to help you out. Juniper pulls out her phone, rapidly tapping an unlock code onto the glass before pointing out a little pink icon. It's a virtual life coach app. Mine keeps me from being late to meetings. Totally free too. My cousin introduced it to me. Wasn't he the guy who ended up in ER after making a homemade flamethrower? Well, it would have worked if you got the fuel mixture in his water gun, right? Anyway, I'm sending a copy to you now. I got a pop-up an hour ago offering me 500 points just for recommending it to a friend. Great timing, huh? Well, as long as you're earning points, I guess. At least give it a try, okay? Maybe it can point you at some good jobs. Ones with less socks and or urine. I'll think about it. Okay, but don't think about it too long, right? In the end, I installed the app. I couldn't bear to see Juniper fretting over me like that. Not that I find it annoying. I mean, it's more that she has enough trouble with her life without troubling herself over my life too. Both of us had it rough, up to and through the point where we left home and tried to start a new life. A better one. She deserves better than me and my problems. Bless her heart, she means well. She's firmly in my corner all of my life. The two of us against any dark forces are lying against me. That's not to say she's good at being my advocate. Enthusiastic, yes, but skilled, no. Typically, the fantastic opportunities and self-help resources she sends my way are pyramid schemes or something. She's gung-ho about lending me a helpful hand, but yeah. So, the main reason I went ahead and installed the app was to make sure Juniper wasn't about to get her kidney sold on the black market or something. Still, no sense in messing around with it now. A good night's rest would act as a neat little emotional reset button, right? Right? I'm into the fucking vibes of this. They've given me a fucking chubby hot goth chick. That is one of the big dreams. One of the big dreams, fucking immediately. So I'm already into this. I definitely hope she's dateable. No dreams, no nightmares, just 8 hours of sweet, sweet black. By the time morning light leaked in through the cracks in the blinds, I didn't care anymore about being unemployed again. Juniper had already left to catch a bus to her office. She typically leaves before dawn, but she left a note for me, pinned to the tiny fridge we shared. Remember, download app, find dream job, make money, sort your life out. I believe in you. So, moment of truth. I trust in Juniper's weird little app. Go find some job that pays well enough to cover the bills. Does this end the game? I mean, let's give the weird little app a shot. Figuring at the very least her miracle app could possibly help me find a job. I load it up, tap the icon, and...
Hello!
Hi! Huh? Okay, see, that's what I mean. Anyone else would freak out over a cute girl climbing out of their phone. Me? I went, huh? It's also one of the new kind of 3D screens, so you know, not actually magical realism here, just very normal distant future year 20XX.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach.
Hi.
This is the ad-supported free version, sponsored by Pizza Yums. Did you know
Wonderful.
that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime?
I didn't.
Wow. Would you like to subscribe to Pizza Facts?
Absolutely not.
Thank you for subscribing to Pizza Facts.
Fuck. But
I'm here to help you get your dream job, your dream house, and your dream partner. I'm here to make all your dreams come true.
Pretty tall order for an app to do. For a pretty tall order for an app to do. Are you some sort of wish-granting genie? Well, I suppose in the modern parlance, a massively interconnected database searching virtual assistant could be considered a kind of genie in a bottle. But honestly, all I can do is give you the chance to improve your life. What you do with it is up to you. I can cross-reference search data for you, but without motivation, you won't get anywhere. I glanced up from my phone at the heaps of laundry and half-finished books, and other items strewn about my apartment. Motivation is something I have a ton of. Honest.
Hooray!
That's super! I really look forward to working with you. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Sure. Why should I use this app at all? I mean, my phone already has voice-activated assistant AI. I can just say, "Hey phone, search the web for job listings," and it'll work just as well. But I have an advanced emotional language interpreter. I'm smarter than the average program, with more heart. I can help you sort your life out by analysing your personality and finding you a perfect path in life, all thanks to my glorious, wondrous, patent-pending, super-duper Identity Identifier System. Between you and me, they really wanted an acronym that matched my name, but couldn't figure out what to do with the letter R. Would you like to know more? Sure, give me the sales pitch. Every time you think about saying something, I tag it with an identity. That way you can be the sort of person you want to be. This system allows me to better understand who you are and what you need from life. I do this by analysing your tone, inflection, and word choice. I can spot 5 different identity identifiers in your responses to people. Quirky, steady, kindly, gutsy, and basically. Sounds to me like your programmers also wanted a bunch of things ending in Y. There's a little basically one. That's correct! My branding is on point, unless that's just the thing. Quirky responses use jokes, snark, sarcasm to make light of a situation. Just the thing for picking up someone's spirits, but a badly timed joke may not win over the room. Steady responses are sincere, honest, and logical. When you stop and think before speaking, you're on steady ground. But that might not take someone's feelings into account. Kindly responses are compassionate, empathetic, and gentle in nature. They're careful with the feelings of others, but they're sometimes a bit wishy-washy as a result. Gutsy responses go with your gut. They're brash, bold, risk-taking, and instinctive. You're gutsy. But also means being blunt, confrontational, and aggressive, so be careful. Lastly, you can always take a basically option. It's a balanced and neutral response, safely moving the conversation along while learning more and digging deeper. Over time, I'll build up a personality profile based on your identity identifiers detected in your speech. Maybe you'll be predominant quirky, genuinely steady, a mix of both. Who knows? It's up to you. So what you're saying is that I should always crack jokes or be super gutsy? Oh, and never speak basically, I mean. Being basic's bad, right? Sounds bad.
Nope.
Heck no. They're all useful, in the right context. There are no bad choices. Consider what you could say and go with what feels right in the moment. Don't limit yourself. Sure, you could gamify your personality, but it's more fun to let it happen naturally, you know? Just be you. That is fucking amazing. What an incredibly strong tutorial. I'm not even joking. That fucking rules. Now, let me be my patent-pending identity identifier system in action. How do you feel about dad jokes? This is fucking so strong immediately. Sorry, what's a dad joke? Oh, okay, that's one basicness. Okay. So I wanted to test out to see if it's like just moving the conversation forward. What's a dad joke? My dad told plenty of jokes, but I don't remember them having any particular style. Oh, it's when you tell a really obvious, old-fashioned joke. What, like, Gadzooks, have you seen these newfangled flush toilets and electric light bulbs? They're the devil's work, my good chap. Not exactly, but I like your style. So now you've seen identity indicators in action, do you want to see the indicators like that so you can make an informed decision? If not, I can hide the indicators, keep it surprising. That way, it doesn't influence your decision making. It's up to you. Oh, that's interesting. What are we feeling, gang? Do we want to see it? Do we want to see the like what kind of zone it's in, or do we want to be like just kind of play it by ear? Because I like the art for them, and I think there are times when I think it would be really useful, but I also I kind of like seeing it. All right, we'll keep the seeing it, because I also like the seeing it, but sometimes I like just keeping it kind of like flow. But let's see them. Also, hiding it would be fun. I know, right? But it's okay. We'll do it. We'll do it seeing them first, since you know it's kind of cool having them there. Okay, you'll see indicators in all their glorious color. What if I'm colorblind? That's why they're also uniquely shaped icons. Don't worry, I've got your back. Anyway, as we go along, I'll analyze and tally your identity identifiers. In fact, let me show you now. Will you look at that? Such a strong personality. You asked me a single question. Off to a great start, I'd say. Hang on, you're scoring me? Didn't you say not to gamify my personality? Hey, I said you shouldn't. I'm an app. I think in numbers, so I gotta gamify it a little. Anyway, studies show that achievements, or Chivos as the kids say, encourage app engagement. Okay, well, what's with this empty space on the left? Oh, I also track vocal responses from people you meet. Once you get to know some folks, I'll let you know how well you're getting along with them over there. Relationship scores, wonderful. So will you also tell me what's correct responses are to avoid making enemies? Or do we need to go find a walkthrough for the vast game you're making my daily life? Matt, you're looking at this the wrong way. Generally, people won't get super annoyed at you unless you deliberately and repeatedly provoke them. And it'll be obvious when you're doing that. I promise you that if you bungle a few social encounters, it won't really hurt anything. No cheating needed, just relax and have fun. You can access your scorecard anytime you like with the Q key. Or click the score in the score in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. And that's everything. Ta-da! Okay, but how is that supposed to help me get a job? I only downloaded this app because my roomie claims you're a great life coach for the unemployed. What good will taking a quiz off the back of a supermarket checkout rack magazine have to do with that?
It'll help me understand your spirit, of course.
You can talk to ghosts? Is there a ghost in the room right now? Am I a ghost? You have to tell me if I'm a ghost, that's a rule. These are all funny
silly.
responses.
I mean your spirit, your hopes and dreams, your life's passions. I can even help you find romance.
Romance? Seriously? Seriously? Often you can find your soulmate and your dream job in the same place. But if you'd rather focus on gainful employment for now, that's fine too. Workplace dating, well, that's a recipe for disaster, and hitting on co-workers right from day one could be kind of awkward. Or am I looking for love and ready to start right out the gate? Never get a second chance to make a first impression. If I meet the right person, why put it off? How do I want to handle this new opportunity? I wanna love. Oh my god, this fucking is amazing. I'm open to the possibility if I meet someone nice. Yeah, no, I'm here to date. I think I'm mature enough to juggle both at once. Why not? Super. And remember, the choice is yours. If you're not comfortable with other people, stay professional. Now, let's get started. To finish analyzing your personal history, please authorize me to read your social media feeds and personal information metadata. Aha, I knew it. This is some kind of scam. I'm gonna wake up in a bathtub of ice missing a kidney. Sure, I can help you register as an organ donor.
Command or file name?
Oh, you were being sarcastic. Sorry, I haven't quite finished analyzing your personality, I couldn't tell. Relax, I won't share your information with any third parties. This is strictly so I can find your dream job. Am I authorized? Another wonderful Juniper recommendation here. Just like the 17th self-help books on my shelf, still. 18th time's the charm, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
Analyzing. Please enjoy this recorded music. So, do I just stand here, or?
Thank you.
Thank you for waiting. I've identified your dream job and arranged an interview 30 minutes from now. Please put on some nice clothes. Nicer than those. Please. I don't think that's too much to ask. What? For your interview, silly. You want to look your best. But we just... Okay, how did you land my dream job in 20 seconds flat? Simple. I'm awesome like that. Now, get a move on. Tut, tut, tut. No need to catch the 8:20 a.m. bus. You need to catch the 8:20 a.m. bus, and that's 90 minutes away. Well, this is happening, but I do have a chance to get off this runaway train. Nobody says I have to obey my new digital fairy godmother. I could delete the app and go find a real job. That'd be the safest option. I could get dressed. I love this app because it's fake. If this is real, I would probably hate it. Actually, no. If it's real, I'd probably love it more, but I don't like being watched by corporations. But also, I have a Google phone, so, like, that's already happening to me, baby. Let's jump in. A normal person, someone with high standards, would have deleted the app right after, would have deleted that right there, rather than hop on a bus to meet up with what were very likely men with sharp knives and a taste for kidneys. But me, I was already getting dressed up before she'd finished that sentence. It's not that I believed in the silly app's claims at serving my hopes and dreams on a silver platter. Honestly, I'd expected another shoe shop job at best. But, well... Oh. What is my dream? As much as I genuinely enjoyed being a lifeguard, I can't say I found the true direction of my life yet. I'd assumed I never would, honestly. When I was young, yeah, I guess I had hopes, and I had dreams, maybe even what Iris called a spirit? After things went south for my family, I learned to put all that aside. But assuming Iris wasn't out for my kidneys, what if it's not too late? So, I thought, one last time, I'll have some optimism, some faith. As I came to realize weeks later, turns out I was right to have my faith in my spirit. So, I will say, immediately, it did a little bit gamify my shit. Fern Law? With the raid. Hi there, gamers. Hi, how y'all doing? Thank you so much for coming along. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We are playing Arcade Spirits. We have just started. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you so much for coming along. I appreciate it so much. Haven't been around for a while. I know. And it's an honor to have you knocking around. Hi, how are you doing? Playing Stardew Valley? Hell yeah, gamer. What year? What month? What marriage, dating, NPC are we going on? How are you finding Stardew Valley? Thank you so much for coming along. Hi there, gamers. Hi, welcome on in. So, I will say, I did immediately gamify my shit. Year 2 of fall, dating Elliot. Elliot, a man I've always wanted to date, but never had the gusto to do so. That shit fucking rules. And Year 2 of fall, that's endgame shit right there. Hell yeah, hero. Okay, here's my thing with it. I did just gamify my responses because I clicked on the kindness thing because I saw it was kindness and that swayed me more than anything else. So I'm just gonna turn music volume down just a tiny bit. I did actually oh, can I not change it now? No, okay, that's a shame. It's okay. I was just gonna say I did gamify it immediately, and I was worried I was gonna, which is why I kind of didn't want to see it because I wanted to just play it by ear. But hey ho, we'll deal with it. I'm still convinced that Elliot is a vampire. I'm pretty sure he is. The bus drops me off, oddly enough, not very far from Juniper's office building. Although my destination isn't nearly as upscale as that. This is, well, it's a strip mall? Strip malls are relics of 19XX. Places where a random assortment of weird little businesses jam as many of themselves into tight of a space as possible. For instance, I'm seeing a dentist, a used bookstore called The Whole Story. Very good. An arcade, a fast food joint, a boarded up health spa, once called Lattes and Enemas, which sounds...
Hey, listen.
Hi, Iris. What do you think? I think that's two things no human should ever combine. No, I mean about your future place of work. I'm desperately hoping we're not talking about the same thing. Which of these businesses exactly am I working at? I don't know anything about oral hygiene or old books. I'd rather not be a fry cook. It's the one in the middle, silly. What, behind the arcade? It is the arcade. Huh? Trust me on this. I referenced and cross-referenced and cross-cross-referenced your personality details, personality history, and social media connections. This is your dream job. My dream job? Really?
99.97%.
I should probably explain my confusion. Arcades are big businesses in the entertainment sector. Pro gamers are celebs, 5-star arcades are social hotspots. It's always been popular with the mainstream. But, well, restaurants are popular too, right? And for everyone who opens one hoping to be the next Iron Chef, a dozen more shut down in failure. Arcade competition is fierce. Paydays range from peanuts to gold, and sure, those who make it can secure fame and fortune, but those who don't, well, no wonder Iris sees this as a dream job. Video games weren't always this popular, though. I read a very interesting article about it once. Back in the year 1908X, we narrowly avoided a serious industry crash, which would have left video games as kids' toy fad, like hula hoops, no mainstream acceptance. For instance, one of the factors could have been a terrible game based on a kids' movie about a cute alien visitor who wanted to phone home. If this game was complete poop butts, like poop from a butt, and massively overproduced, it would ruin video games for years. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed, and that game was delayed until it could be developed properly. And the crash was averted. The crisis only exists in theory now. Sometimes I wonder what it would be like for people in the darkest timeline, where everything went wrong. Are gamers considered nerds and outcasts? Are arcades vanishing points of nostalgia? The mind boggles. They are. Hi, Tufa. Hi, how you doing? They are vanishing points of nostalgia, and it's so upsetting to me, a boy. I love arcades, and I no joke, I would be fucking, like, I would be so psyched out my fucking gourd to have, like, proper arcades in places again. That shit is so sick. What a fun place what a fun alternate timeline. If E.T. never fucking existed. That damn shitty little alien. But, make no mistake, as popular as they are, the arcade industry is a dodgy, risky prospect for a job. Plenty make a run at it, only to come up short. Considering Iris was tasked with getting me a job I'd enjoy and could keep for more than a few months, this left me a bit confused. Iris, this isn't me saying no. It's an interesting prospect, but, I mean, are you sure about this? You say you're 99% sure?
99.97%.
99.97% sure. Won't this be like my lifeguarding job, though? Satisfying, but short-lived. This arcade doesn't exactly look like 5-star. It's no Deco's Palace, that's for sure. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't set foot inside of an arcade in, 15 years? Huh. I remember really enjoying arcades when I was a kid. I wonder why I stopped going to them. Iris interrupts that thought, eager to show off her homework. Oh my god, have I got a fucking tragic backstory to do with an arcade? Was I beat by that, that guy who is, like, villain? Is his name Robbie something? The guy who fucking beat Donkey Kong's world record. You know who it is. Google them. Google Donkey Kong world record villain. That. Was I beaten by him? Iris interrupts that thought, eager to show off her homework.
My sources say yes.
Trust me, when I say I was 99.97% sure, I meant it. That's not just some arbitrary number. I'm designed to be a bit silly and whimsical, but my math is deadly serious. My coders made me to be the warm, personable front of a database array that's currently laser targeted on getting you exactly what you need right here, right now. And when this place inevitably collapses and I lose my dream job, what makes you think that's going to happen? Because it does. It always does. I don't think your database accounts for my family's curse. We've always had to, I don't know, compromise, settle, because things rarely work out. You always have to be ready for the worst. It's why I take things in stride these days. That is devastatingly close to home, actually. It's devastatingly so. Does that mean you shouldn't even try? I open my mouth to protest, and then I close it. As often as my life tends to crumble out from under me, it's not like she was wrong. I still had to try. Billy Mitchell! Turns out, I actually Googling Donkey Kong World Record villain works. I told you. And besides, what is my dream anyway? That's what I was being asking myself when I left the house this morning. I don't know what I want from life. I've been coasting aimlessly for years. Please stop. When things started running downhill for my family, I had to grow up fast. I put aside silliness like wanting to be an astronaut and take what I could get. Now, thanks to Iris, I got a shot at taking something a little better than what I usually get. I owe it to myself to try and be happy and paid, not just paid. So I opted to push on through those doors and see what waited for me on the other side. The air conditioning hits me like a cool breeze, albeit one smelling of copper and corn chips. Oh, Billy Mitchell is the president in 20XX? No way. That is so funny. My family has been straining under the curse of late-stage capitalism and developed a pessimistic streak as a result. Oh, ha 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 ha. No, Two-Flower, that's not relatable at all. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no personal connection to that being a thing. My family definitely didn't go to uni for creative arts and then ended up doing office jobs and told me to not follow things. That's not happened. Shut up. As it's early in the morning on a weekday, it's not too packed with gamers. Although, since it's so packed with games, I'd probably have a hard time finding anyone anyway. At once, I'm struck by something odd. I actually recognize most of these games. Neat! Considering I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade, that's probably not great. Lots of vintage stuff here, from the looks of it. Like, really old. Although I don't recognize that game with the stage lights and things. Maybe it's karaoke or dancing? A Japanese
My
import?
sources say yes.
Checking. That would be Showtime Stage, a collaboration of the Nihana Heavy Industry Concern and Hubris Records in Germany. It's won a lot of awards. Huh. I recognize most of this. Whoa, is that seriously a Mr. Moopy Magical Maze? But the one in the middle with the split screens is new to me. Fists of Discomfort, a hybrid real-time strategy and brawler beat-em-up. It's actually not that new. It's been a staple of esports scene for the last 8 years. 2 genres I was utterly lousy at last time I checked. And over there is an old lady. Sorry ma'am, I was just talking to myself. I had an overwhelming urge to complete my sentences. Thankfully, I don't think she even registered me calling her old. She looks up from her knitting, seated behind the ticket prize redemption desk, offers a wrinkly smile.
Well, hello there. Always nice to meet someone new in the Funplex.
Hey, hun. I love your whole vibe, dude. That fucking dress coat is phenomenal. The what?
Francine's Arcade Funplex. Didn't you see the sign out front, dear? Well, I chose to knock off the first 2 words when they got knocked off the building during the storm of 1980. Now, Funplex, I suppose. So, how can I help you, dear?
That shit is funny. Fuck. I can do that, actually. I can fully beat myself on my voice mod. I feel like I should do it every time that comes up. A genie on my phone set up a job interview for me? A magical space fairy or something that lives in my phone told me to come here and find my dream job?
Hello.
Hello, I'm Magical Space Fairy, apparently. I've expected her to send me packing. Pretty impulsive of me to just talk about Iris like that, but she took it in stride.
My, oh my.
Oh, hello. My, what they can do with technology these days. I really do marvel at amazing things young people have in... So sorry. I do definitely have to equip this to my board. One sec. Alright. Oh, fuck! I accidentally, because I clicked off of it. Dang it. One sec. If I click on history. Oh, hello, my. What they can do with technology these days. I really do marvel at what amazing things young people have in 20... Although, I'd simply love to take a sledgehammer to those blasted video game consoles that eat at my bottom line. She said with such a kind-hearted and warm smile.
Please call me Francine. As in Francine's Arcade Funplex. Get it?
I fucking do,
Actually,
Francine. How you
thinking
doing?
about it, I suppose we were originally Frederick's Arcade Funplex, named after my dear departed husband.
Oh, I'm so sorry, hun. But your name was Frederick and Francine. That's like such a great naming convention.
Sadly, he died peacefully in bed some years ago.
Jesus, hun, I am so sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, don't be. He died doing what he loved. Having intensely physical relations with me.
Fucking get it, Grandma. That's information I needed to know. Yes, yes it is. And you are? Matt Grail, ma'am. Very well. Shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I'd carry on out here, but it's rather noisy, isn't it? Yeah, about that. How do you deal with the constant noise anyway? Oh, eventually you just sort of learn how to filter out all the bleeps and bloops. It can take weeks to become acclimated, I've found, but in the end, done. She quirks an eyebrow. Well now, that's faster than others. Not bad. So, shall we see what you're made of? This way, please. Francine leads me down the back hallway, past the public restrooms, into a door marked Employees Only. It takes all my restraint not to point out the extraneous apostrophe. I mean, luckily I have no fucking clue where apostrophes go, so you're doing fine, hun. Welcome into our little backstage oasis. I suggest we do this in Gavin's office, but it's a bit too untidy. I don't blame the boy, he's been so overworked lately. Please, have a seat, and we'll begin. As quirky as this place and its owner may be, at least I'm confident that I can nail the interview portion of the proceedings. I'd interviewed for 12 jobs. I held down 3. I knew all the standard questions. What are your greatest strengths? What do you see as your weaknesses? Once I even had to describe how to assemble a Lego TM set to prove my communication skills. Considering I ended up washing dishes, I'm not sure why, but the point is, I'm confident, prepared, ready.
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
Ah!
If you were a dinosaur...
I am thinking of it.
What dinosaur would you be?
Right, okay, maybe this wouldn't be a typical job interview after all. No problem, go with the flow, let's do this. I like Pterodactyl. I was going to say a Stegosaurus, but Pterodactyl is cool because soaring through the sky, they're also giant and sick as fuck. Brontosaurus is phenomenal, big dude enjoying salads is a fucking vibe. T-Rex, I do love a good T-Rex, but T-Rexes are pretty dangerous predators, and I feel like people who say T-Rex also call themselves alphas, unironically, and I can't, emotionally, I can't do that to myself. I say, okay, here's the okay, now, it's not what would I like to be, right? Because if I would like to be, I'd probably like to be a pterodactyl, sorry. Because flying is cool as shit. Big boys, big spiky heads. I think that's really fun. I think I'm probably closer to Brontosaurus because I'm a big, tall big dude. I'm slow, and I always reaching for the sky and eating. I'm always reaching for the sky, and I'm eating. And that's it. That's Brontosaurus. I would be Brontosaurus. I've always liked the Brontosauruses. If you're gonna go dino, go big or go home. I'm not really a brutal meat eater. Indeed. And nothing says self-starting go-getter looking for a dynamic jog position quite like an 18-ton slow-moving lump of meat. Exactly. Maybe should have gone with raptor. Everybody likes raptors. So cereal, exactly. I am an absolute slut for nachos. Like, I specifically went way out of my way today to get an iced coffee. But specifically, I went out of my way to get nachos. The iced coffee was a bonus. The iced coffee was an indulgence. The nachos were specifically for vibes. Here's a favorite food question. I have this down easy. It's tacos. Always tacos. Shit, dude. Bruh. This game has me so red. But snacks.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
Oh, Iris. No. Hush you. Come now, dear. We don't have all day. Have you given it a good thought? How can I forget my favorite snack? Tacos are also my favorite snack. Tasty apple and almond butter. That is quite nice, actually. I do buy a lot of fruit for myself. I see, because tacos and nachos are like pretty fucking similar, like real close to each other. To be honest, my favorite sweet is marshmallows. I do like almonds. Almond is like one of my favorite just general flavors, especially in savory things, and I love fruit. And I think that this is probably closest to me, to be quite honest. I want an iced coffee so much now. Mate, it's the fucking weather for it, I tell you. It's like, it is my first iced coffee of the year, and shit rips. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. If I'm hungry, I need something that's got good enough nutrients and protein to carry through the rest of the day. It's also very good. I like fruit a lot. That's good. And you know how to plan accordingly for any situation. Yeah. You know what they say, you are what you eat. Next question. Nothing I prepared has helped me plan for this odd interview. I brace myself for the next one.
What assets can you bring to the team during the inevitable zombie apocalypse?
Is it for real or is this a dream? As I look into Francine's deadpan expression, I know she's 130% serious. Can't make stuff. Okay, alright. So considering I have to pick between these two, it's like kind of neither of them. I am a pretty good self-starter. I can absolutely, I like learning shit, and I would can you fucking imagine, being able to say that you fucking engineer build shit? That shit's so hype. IRL, I can stay up, as I've proved twice, 2-3 times the last couple of days. I can stay up 24 hours and literally not question it. 2-3 days, 2-3 weeks. I can stay up 24 hours and really not, my body won't question it. So I'd be a really good, lookout. I also have a general good energy and can, hype other people up a lot. So I think I'd be a good, morale boost in those situations as well. I will just do grunt work. I'd be easy, I'm super easy doing that shit. If you're like, hey, can you just do this for a day? I'll be like, fuck yeah, that sounds fun, and I'll just do it for a day. Building fences and shit like that. That sounds great. So, yeah, lookout / just general spirit grunt work. I don't think I'd have an important job, but I'd be an important person there because people would enjoy my presence. And that's kind of it. So engineering is kind of my job. Well, medical, because also it's kind of even though because I'm quite bad at medical, to be quite honest with you, because I get kind of squeamish. Actually, I have this with a lot of things. This is also when it comes to so actually, so I've always had this weird fucking thing since I was a kid. My light is not on. 1 second as I turn this on. Turn on, bastard boy. There we go. I've always had this thing as when I was a kid, which is I had really bad acne. So I had to take pills for it. And my mum said, if you get food on your face, they will make spots happen. And I believed that. That's a lie, by the way. It's not true. But I believed it. And since then, I don't like food on my body. Like, it really ingrained itself in me, where it stresses me out to have food anywhere on my body, on my pure skin. This also works with shit like mud and wet and stuff. But then, as soon as I get a little bit, I don't care. Aside, food is a little bit different, but I stop caring like pretty immediately. And I think medical is the same. Like, shit icks me out, but then as soon as I've seen it like a little bit, I can acclimatize really fucking easily to the situation that is in front of me. I think I'd probably be better at engineering though. I'm essentially MacGyver. There we go. Sorry for that really long rambling. These are important questions. I can make anything out of a string, a match, a screwdriver. Especially if what you want is a screwdriver wrapped in burning string. Good. We need someone to build makeshift defenses and think quickly in case we get surrounded. And an inattentive brain is always a critical role in any survival. Hi, Meg. How you doing, pup? One more thing.
Why are you here?
The question is so simple. Actually, relevant to career planning, and it takes me off guard. I told you the magical space fairy on my phone sent me here to find a job.
You're seeking a job, true. But that doesn't really answer my question, does it? No doubt you think my interview questions are a bit silly, but I like to think of the Funplex as more than a collection of tasks and people to perform those tasks. Most folks my age opening arcades at that time saw it as just another way to make a quick buck. But, well, I saw it as something else. Something more than a way to make a large pile of quarters. And I expect you'll find the others working here see it as something more too.
Okay.
Everyone has a dream they're chasing, dearie. And for my friends, it lies within the Funplex. Now, if all you want is a paycheck, I can provide that. But the last fellow in your position, that's all he wanted. And he didn't last long. So I ask you again, why are you here?
To be honest, I didn't have a better answer than the vague hope that maybe this time I wouldn't lose everything. That's just enough motivation to face each day, no more than that. It wouldn't be enough to answer her question. I needed to actually think this through. It's a funplex, a plex of fun. I like fun. To be honest, I don't know, not yet. I'm looking for hope. Haven't had much of that lately. Oh sweet, Arcade Spirits on sale on sale on Steam today for $5. Oh sweet, did y'all hear that? Arcade Spirits is on sale on Steam today for $5. That's absolutely wild. I actually I didn't know that. Let's I mean, I need sources to back that up, to be honest. I appreciate y'all saying that, but wow. Would you look at that? They don't tell a lie, do they? Arcade Spirits right here. It is on sale. 75% off? For a whole week? That is absolutely bonkers. Oh, well, gamers. I mean, the only thing y'all can do is just go on down to Steam and get yourself a copy of Arcade Spirits. Thank you so much, Sarah, for that link. That link post. Love you, hun. Very much responsible for the game developer who knew the sale was coming, just didn't spot it in someone else's tweet. Very nice. I can now hear again. Hi there, gamer. Gamers rise up. Let's go, gang. Fuck yeah, hero. I got your back. Understand, I'm not whining or looking for pity, but my life has been a complete mess over a decade. In and out of jobs, taking what I can get, settling, compromising. I gave up on hoping for something better a long time ago. But, well, people in my life who are close to me keep encouraging me to try and chase my dreams. That's why I'm here, looking for the answer to a question. But I won't be daydreaming all the time, I promise. In my last job, I was a lifeguard. That takes a lot of focus. You're just as attentive in helping out your funplex. That perks her attention. Oh my, a rather serious occupation, that. An unusual step for such troubled waters to the land of make-believe. You enjoyed this role as a lifeguard, I take it? Yes, ma'am. My roommate said she often noticed me smiling after coming home from work, which make Francine smile in turn. I can't say I can offer a role with such high stakes, but you'd be surprised at the many ways one can save a life, even here. Very well. I'm satisfied. Let's get you to work. I breathe easier at that. Probably the weirdest job interview I've ever had, to be sure, and yet it feels appropriate. Like it was about far more than just filling a slot on the payroll. Francine leads me to the back of the arcade floor to introduce me to my duties. It only occurs to me now that I forgot to ask exactly what my duties to this mystery... What duties this mystery job I'd accepted really involved. Matthew did never learn to read. It's a sad story. I definitely didn't need to be in that meeting. I did nothing but Photoshop Final Fantasy XIV content while people talk. Hell yeah, gamer. Francine gestures to the seat she was occupying previously, a stool behind the prize desk.
Oh, how marvelous.
Welcome to your new position, Matt. Sitting here, you mean? Sitting here and helping players redeem tickets for valuable prizes. I glance at the wide array of pencil toppers, rubber spiders, and tiny plastic toy cars on display. Well, for prizes, at any rate. It's such a relief. I've been stretching myself thin lately, trying to fill in since the position was vacated. If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, why did the last guy who sat here end up quitting? Something about being bored out of his mind, that he felt like jamming one of those 500-ticket plush dolls down someone's throat.
Oh, such a shame.
Poor dear. He just wasn't cut out for this line of work. Grandson or no, I have no patience for such nonsense. Ah, I'm sorry. The last person to work at this desk was your grandson. Anyway, Gavin should be by soon. He'll handle the paperwork and all that administrative nonsense. Hi, I'm Matthew. I'm 29 and never fucking learned how to read. Never did. Never did. It's beneath me. Now, if you don't mind, all this talking's tired me out some. I'll be back in the back office if you need me. Okay then, that's me! We got the job, gamers. I adjusted my seating on the semi-comfortable stool leaning against the desk. Beneath me, a wide array of cheap junk awaited my attention. I could have lost hope there and then that this job would be slightly more engaging than a diner washer, but I chose to look on the positive side. I'd be helping kids obtain toys that would become nostalgic memories for years to come. Right? Any minute now. I love this guy. This guy, I think, is my favorite. I crave the sweet embrace of death. I've been sitting here for 2 hours now and nobody's walked up to obtain a novelty Funplex shot glass or coloured pencil set or a light-up yo-yo. Bruh, there's light-up yo-yos there? Play with one right now. Lunchtime's approaching, and so far the only people walking in and out of the arcade are a few stray adults who have no interest in cheap friendship bracelets. Thankfully, my first... Hey. Hey, how you doing? Thankfully, my first customer of the day arrives before I can start wondering if one of those 500-ticket plushies could really fit down someone's throat. Oh, maybe not. Nope, just walking right on by me, his head buried in reading some sort of spreadsheet off his tablet. Was he here to play? Doesn't seem like the typical businessman on a break, or unwashed and unemployed game aficionado. That's me, in fact. Just fucking hot. Let me so forward. Snappy dresser, seem like a cool dude. Most of the guys I know are content to toss on a t-shirt and jeans. Not this guy, even in an arcade, he's sharp like a linoleum knife. In fact, the rather pointed look he's offering me after doubling back is rather linoleum knifey too. Hold on a minute, who are you exactly? What are you doing behind the desk? Where's Francine? Pleased to meet you. I'm Matt. Hi, I'm Matt Crail, your new hire. I'm looking forward to working with you. He relaxes somewhat on hearing that. Somewhat.
Good to hear.
It's about time. I was wondering how long she'd have to work the desk. She got gusto for an octogenarian. Big word, pal. And loves working the floor, but sitting here all day, handing out toys and dealing with problems wears her down. So, she's explained the job to you, gave you papers to sign. She said Gavin would handle that stuff? With a sigh, he rubs his forehead, feeling a headache coming on. Gavin?
That would be me. I'm Gavin Cooper.
What's up?
I'm the business manager here at the Funplex. I make sure we manage to keep having a business, rather than a pile of rapidly collapsing fiscal mistakes.
Right, so you've no doubt guessed. As you've no doubt guessed, you'll be exchanging tickets for prizes. But that's the least part of your job. There's more to it than that. You're the floor attendant, and you attend the floor. What, the carpets?
Seriously?
The floor. The arcade games, the patrons. You're the one running around, putting out fires and sorting out problems. Technically, you're our second floor attendant. Ashley will be in a little later, but we need two. One to roam, one to operate the desk. I do it myself, but I'm typically busy in the back office, making sure the whole thing doesn't fall to bankruptcy. That's why Francine loved filling in. She's a people person. She loves helping out in a pinch. I am not a people person, as you've likely gathered. That's not to say you're alone out there. I'm in your corner, at least. If things go south, you tap me for advice on what to do. You got a phone? Yeah, of course. Kevin quickly passes me his business card. He apparently had a stack of them at the ready in his pocket. Go figure. His phone number is listed at the bottom. You ever work in a high-pressure customer service job before? Shoe sales. Smelly socks? You have no idea. Right, well, you know how to keep your head when a customer doesn't, I hope. If anything goes sideways, you text me. I'm not around, you text Ashley or Naomi. In that order. Who and who? You'll meet them soon enough.
I think not.
Above all, do not brug Francine. She's practically retired. Let her enjoy that retirement in peace. Understood? Stress feeds me, makes me strong. I hate stress and crap solutions. Don't worry, I can manage the floor whilst you manage the business just fine.
Doubtful.
And remains to be seen. The last guy sitting on that stool was a slacker and an idiot. And even though he was family, Francine dropped him like a bad habit.
If you stay clear and honest with me, do your work, do it well, we'll get along swimmingly. I have enough problems keeping this magical arc of hopes and wishes afloat. Please, don't add to my problems.
Magical arc of what now? Gavin sighs again, a stress release gesture, but his expression softens somewhat
I
afterwards.
take it Francine told you her theory, that this is more than just a job, more than just an arcade.
Yes, Captain. It's my understanding.
I'm not into dressing up words. I like to speak plain. If I'm curt, then that's because optimization is a factor of my job. Everybody working here wants to work here. This is where they belong, for one reason or another.
Right.
Me, I love chaos. I love wrangling chaos specifically. The arcade industry is high risk, high reward. I manage that risk so that they can also find happiness in their lives.
Cool.
Everybody in this business has a dream they're chasing. It's a fragile thing, prone to getting crushed by hard reality.
Yeah.
My job is to see to it that never happens.
Hell
That
yeah,
includes
Gavin.
Francine, who deserves better in her twilight years than desperately propping up a semi-failing business.
Ooh.
So, you find some value in this place beyond your salary, or you'll burn out. Trust me. Last guy to sit there burned out hard.
Yeah, that does happen, pal.
Now, can I trust you to mesh with our merry misfits?
Yeah! Still trying to figure out my why, but yeah. To be honest, I'm still sorting out why I'm here, what my dream is. But I'm ready to step on anyone else's dreams in the process. I'm here to do my best at supporting everyone. Good to hear. I'd say we share similar views then. It'd be a pleasure to work with someone who's actually enthusiastic and competent. And hopefully, this hive of weirdness will help you find your dreams along the way. Anyway, I need to go prepare your paperwork. technically, you shouldn't be working until we've crossed the I's and dotted the T's, but since I'm already there, you'd rather I stick around? That would be accurate. If you're willing to fudge things a bit and work today anyway, that'll help us a lot. Now, if you don't mind, Naomi likely could use a hand in the workshop. A good opportunity to introduce yourself as well. Got it! Wait, someone else is here? I haven't seen anyone else. Yep, that sounds like Naomi. Her workshop is through the door, the one next to the UFO catcher, the crane game, to use the layman's terms. Satisfied for now, Gavin heads in the back, to presumably the office to go crunch some numbers. If Francine's really taking a nap back there, hopefully he's going to crunch quietly. First, my co-worker ended up slightly less cool of a guy than I thought he'd be. But if he's not he's not a jerk, definitely. I get where he's coming from. Plus, I've known really blunt people before. It's easy to mistake them for jerks, especially at first glance. I figure I can give this guy an honest chance. Anyway, I should go meet my next co-worker, this Naomi that he mentioned. Although I could swear Francine and I were the only ones here until now. A double door, also marked employees only, also with an apostrophe, leads from the arcade floor to what feels like an industrial area of some sort. I turn the handle and step inside. He's hot. I like him a lot. In a little room tucked away between the back offices and the Funplex front is what is very likely this Naomi, spoken only of in myth and legend. A girl about my age, but certainly not my height, is tinkering away on what looks like an old tube-style monitor. Huh, I didn't realize they had so many circuits. She doesn't notice me when I come in, and too busy soldering a capacitor into place. The lingering smell of melting melting metals fills the air of poorly ventilated workshop. Excuse me? For lack of a better way to interrupt her. I was worried no matter what I did that she might, I don't know, burn her fingers or jump so high she hit the ceiling or something. Fortunately, the shock's not quite that intense.
Ah! Oh.
Hi!
Hey, you know this room is for employees only.
Yes, she said with no apostrophe.
Are you lost? Do you need something?
I'm Mac Crail, and the new floor attendant, starting today.
Oh!
Yeah!
Hi. I didn't realize Francine already found someone. I guess I forgot to check my text. Whoops.
She spares a glance at her phone on the nearby workbench where a huge stack of green notification messages lie in wait. One thought comes to mind on actually seeing her. Ho! Is the... wow, that sucks. Oh, she's so cute. I want to hug her, but that'd be super inappropriate. No wonder I didn't notice her too now. She's totally focused on the task at hand. I mean... Because it's like, I respect her, but she is real cute. I do want to hug her, but also... It feels... I am but a weak-willed human who grew up feeling mighty funny whenever I saw Velma from Scooby-Doo TM. Velma is an icon. Nerds need love too, you know. When I moved from school to school, a social outcast, I was drawn to fellow outcasts in return. Gotta tell the game you're interested in it. That is true. That is true, you're not wrong. So, I'm playing this as down bad for everyone. I'm just telling the game, just up front. Yeah. Still, beyond my weird libido, mostly I noticed how much she's smiling as she wields that little thing onto the bigger thing. She's just so happy and at peace. I can appreciate the joy in one's nerdy passions.
Anyway, I'm Naomi Fairchild, the fun
Great name.
Becky. Hi.
Hello.
I was expecting Gavin though. He usually checks up on me about now.
Well, Gavin asked me to come in. He's busy doing strange things with numbers.
Yeah, that sounds like Gavin. I take it he sent you along to help? Great. Give me a hand with this monitor. It's really heavy, and I'm still paranoid about dropping it after what happened last time.
Really? What happened last time?
Oh, well, I dropped it.
Right. Yes, that makes sense. She helps me lift a large cathode ray tube, slotting it into heavy metal framework into place within the exposed guts of the nearby arcade cabinet. Once done, she starts hooking wires back up to other wires. There's a surprising number of green circuit boards in that largely hollow wooden shell. This is the first time I've seen inside of one of these things. It's weird. Lots of empty space, a couple of large slabs of circuits, and that beefy monitor. I want you to talk. I want you to talk about stuff. You seem a very passionate person. Why is it so empty in there? Seems inefficient. Can you pack with more games into the arcade if it were more compact? Not really. That's more about the footprint on the floor than the vertical height. Naomi keeps working, using a pocket multimeter to check various connections as she speaks.
Let me explain.
I mean, compare the American and Japanese cabinets. Ours are designed for standing players, so they have to be upright, even if that means there's an empty base. Japanese candy cabs are shorter, so if you play sitting down. I did not know that. I prefer the American style. Ours have more room for art. She closes up the rear coffee dependent. Thank you so much for that follow-up, Pop. I hope you're having an absolutely beautiful day. Appreciate it. She closes up the rear access panel, closing it with one of the many keys on the keyring at her side, and steps back to admire her handiwork. There's a genuine joy in that smile. Not just at a job well done, but looking at the whole thing. It's like a fine sculpture.
So beautiful.
Ah, I love the classic Midway style. Look at those sharp angles, the side art decals, the bold font of the marquee, the Beazle artwork. The what on the what artwork? With a sigh, Naomi points out the key features to me. The strip across the top with the game title, that's the marquee. The artwork that wraps around the monitor, that's the Beazle. I mean, you see it too, right? How beautiful and cohesive it all is, working in harmony to give this game its own unique feel, its own experience. As for me, well, I agree. It's very fucking pretty. She stares lovingly at this. Well, honestly, this the box of wood and circuits, vacuum tubes and stuff. I think you understand. It's made to be one whole thing: the art, the style, and of course the game itself. All part of the same experience. Everything about this game is the game. If you run it in an emulator or on a game console instead, it's made lesser. Yeah, I guess I can see it. It's beautiful in its own way. Oh, good. Naomi, I've got 1 point in each of the dateable people right now. Naomi lights up with joy like a pinball machine, all twinkly and shiny.
Woohoo!
Finally! So few people really understand the beauty of a classic arcade cabinet, a classic arcade game. Having someone I can talk to about this stuff is gonna be great. Especially with that jerk Gavin running the numbers. Jerk? Gavin, what's wrong with Gavin?
I don't know.
Alright, well, don't get me wrong, I can get along with him generally, but his whole attitude is just dipping for a nap. But Escalade vibes so well, come away from what? Hey, Pluie, thank you so much for coming along. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful nap. A beautiful dip? I hope that dip is delicious. Thanks so much for coming along, I appreciate it. I hope to see you tomorrow. We're going to be playing more of this tomorrow. Hope to see you then, honey. You have a beautiful nap. I'm going to sneeze. No, I fucking lied to all of you. Got him! I didn't sneeze at all. You fucking fell for it, you dumbass. Oh, don't get. His own attitude is just. All he really cares about is money. He keeps the arcade running, yeah, but I just know if he had his way, he'd gut the whole place. If anyone's going to ruin the Funplex, it's him. Mark my words, it's inevitable. That doesn't sound right. He seemed easy enough to get along with, and what's more, Gavin gave me the whole speech about protecting their dreams. This looks like a pretty sore point here, a long-standing argument a new person really shouldn't get involved with. And yet, I'm involved, aren't I? I have to work with both Naomi and Gavin. So I'm not sure how I should prod at it, but I kind of want to, too. Don't rock the boat. So, what's there to do that's fun around here? Play games? There's a Funplex. It's literally a plex of fun. Right. I knew that. Sorry. I always ask awkward non-questions when I was so ready to bless you, but I guess I take it back. No, I will take it. I will take the bless. That's mine. I have a storage of blesses. Put it in here. This is where I keep all my blesses, in this Minecraft cup. I should apologize. You just started here. I'm dumping the whole workplace gossip on you. That's mean of me. I try to stay cheerful, really, no matter what. But try and succeed are different words. Anyway, don't worry about it. Gavin's my problem, not yours. Right, let's get back to work, shall we? Now, for the less fun part. You see a strong, strapping kind of person? Well, a strong person, at least. Well, you're a person. That's enough. I'm semi-insulated then. Okay, let's do it. Right, little to the left now. My left, my left! You're right, careful. Now forward, right, correct. I mean, not turn right, keep coming, and there! Carefully tip it into place. Victory! I gently ease the rolling dolly forward, the giant wooden box slotting into place alongside its neighbours. The two-wheel dolly makes it easier, but hardly easy, especially with Naomi fretting over her baby getting scratched or worse. Expelled, falling over. But with the work done, she's all smiles again. Okay, glad to be done with that one. I swear, I've been working on that monitor for ages. Those tubes are finicky as heck. I'm still not totally satisfied with the flyback, but thanks for helping me out, Bat. I think you're gonna do just great here. Happy to hurry. Oh right, stomach growling. Food required, except I fully picture just throwing up immediately, just cause the way that looked. I wasn't expecting to actually be working today. I forgot to pack a lunch.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
Now, I'm just talking here, but if you had pizza on a bagel, shh. Hey. So, any good restaurants in walking distance? I think that bookstore next door sells donuts and stuff, but no, not really, unfortunately. I mean, there's a cheapo Wub-Sub sandwich place, but even that stuff is super tasty. You don't want to go there. You need to eat healthy. Even if that stuff is super tasty. I got it. Hey, I know. Wait right here. And a two-flower. I love that you have an emote for every situation. I obviously know that it's like your game, but it's very funny to me. And she's off, scurrying back to her hidey hole. And she's back, scurrying from her little hidey hole. Lunchtime! Here you go. She presses a box lunch into my hands. It's a bento box. Oh, it's made from my mom, who learned it from her mom back when they lived in Japan. Rice pickles, all sorts of good healthy things. Oh my god, I fucking love bento boxes. Are you kidding me? Holy shit! Wait, you're giving me your lunch? Sure, why not? And yet, when I first walked in as a stranger, she looked super uncomfortable with me. That escalated quickly. Hey, Naomi? Little nod. Me and you, hun. What will you have for lunch then? Oh, I can just get some nachos from the vending machine, or go hit the whole story next door. I got a book delivery to pick up anyway. But you said eating healthy was important. See you after lunch! I can't help but think she was just looking for an excuse to go get some junk food instead. Nobody definitely reminds me of some of the friends I made back in school. A little weird, a little obsessive about things, but charmingly so, absolutely. We seem to think alike in a lot of ways. I think we'll get along just fine. Yep. Am I silly to hold out hope for, I don't know, more? Ugh. First day on the job, Matt. Get your head on straight. And yet she did give me her lunch. Me, a total stranger. Gotta be something there, right? Right. So, bento box. I've only seen these in anime. It's cute. And hopefully there's plenty of calories too. Armed with a box of healthy food, I retired to the employee lounge to get my munch on. I love her. She gave me a bento box. The room where I had my bizarre job interview will suffice for food times. It's not much, a few folding chairs and a kitchenette, but it'll do. Utterly famished by this point, I have a seat and unpack my loaned lunch. These are fucking incredible options. Incoherent screaming. Actually, no, I might await death. I'm gonna await death. Well, it was a good run. Death by floofy monster was definitely not something I considered in the thousands of ways I pictured my own death. Honestly, I thought I'd pass doing something I loved. Alas, may the Reaper take me swiftly and painlessly. Rude. This floofy monster has feelings too. Wait, aren't you my... Wait, you aren't my Doom? Oh, hey, you're human. That's an improvement, I think.
Hey, so I'm sorry if I traumatized you. Really?
You're great, hun.
Can we start over, maybe?
Yes. I know my head slowly, although that could just be muscle spasms from being in shock.
I'm Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. I'm Matt.
I'm also Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo. It's my secret, yet not so secret identity.
Love that. What the Funplex? What now? There's almost too much to take in. Gamma was a bit of a lot. Nomi was off the scale cheerful. I've met some really intense people so far.
Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph?
Yes. No? Oh.
Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky from all the signs around the arcade. Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex after all.
I gathered. No, that's not what I meant at all. I mean, I work here.
You work here? Since when?
Like 4 hours ago. Today, this morning, to be specific.
Oh, awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, it would be way cooler if you just were so enamored by the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more.
Let's see.
You could have stealthily maneuvered your way through all the games, sliding right onto the employees-only door. But how'd you get the door code? Of course! You would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket. You searched your heart and decided that the 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed.
Let's see.
Next, you needed to lie and wait for the opportune moment to punch in the secret key code just to find me. It keeps going and going. She's definitely passionate about this fictional scenario, and I get it. The way she takes the idea and runs with it, a lot of people might find that weird, but I kind of dig it. It's very good. Shows a lot of imagination. Nice, dude. Nice. I wonder if she's a writer or something. And how would you have snuck out, I wonder? I could have helped, but for a price. As she finally realizes she's been babbling to herself for a good couple of minutes. Oops. Sometimes I get swept up in a good story. I mean, I gotta find some way to make this job more interesting. Is it really that dull here? No, not really. I just crave a different kind of excitement than beeps and boops, screaming children, and broken machines. You really aren't painting the best picture here. Jeez, I don't mean to be a downer. I just really want to move up in the world. I got things to accomplish, dreams to fulfill, cosplay to make. Cosplay? We switch topics as she's, it's like she's a completely different person. Ashley's eyes light up when she smiles. Yeah, you know, dressing up as your favorite video game character or TV character. I love it. It's so empowering to be able to make your own costume and wear it proudly. It's even better when people recognize what character you are. Empowering, really? Granted, she certainly had the power to stop my heart a few bits. Definitely. You want to try? Got a favorite game character? I can help make your first cosplay if you want. In fact, I made this one. Icy's pointing to a flamingo costume, but it's a little hard to tell with her hands as feathers. So Pinky is your creation, intentionally? Yep, looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it? I'd probably stitch my hands together if I try that. I'm all thumbs when it comes to stuff like that, literally. Forget enough of thread running between them. I'm pretty impressed, though. Naomi was going on about craftsmanship of games. You're clearly digging craftsmanship of costumes. Ah, thanks. It's nice when hard work's appreciated. I wear it all around the Funplex to liven up the crowds, get people pumped to play some games, and the kids seem to adore it. That makes sense. Although, the arcade has been completely dead so far. No crowds to pump or kids to be adored by. Hey, secret between you and me? Ashley motions me to come closer. She leans in, glances around the room once, and then talks in a hushed tone. I did some repairs on Pinky overnight. Had to restitch the left arm, and I was giving her an old test drive to make sure it doesn't fall off. Huh? Limbs falling off seems bad. Oh, it was. Yesterday, I was dancing with a little girl. Must have been like 5, 6 years max. Anyway, we were next to the Showtime stage when she tugged on my arm and whoosh! Off came the arm. The girl instantly started bawling. Well, at least you are consistently scaring people and it's not just me.
Nope.
Hey now. I don't want that to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me. What about you? So you're Carl's replacement? Yeah, I guess so. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend the floor. The floor is a thing I am attending to when I'm not going into cardiac arrest. At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure. I can't wait to go home and tell Juniper I do have a sense of humor. She'll be so proud. I assume you've already met Francine, but have you had the chance to meet Gavin and Naomi yet? Yeah, I met them already, although it seems like they aren't too keen on each other. Right? As she rolls her eyes and lets out a sigh. I wish they would hurry up and make out already. Yeah. Wait. Seriously? So are they going out? Ha! Nope. But they always bicker like an old married couple. It's a classic anime cliche. The ones who fight always end up together. Mark my words, Matt. Consider them marked. Beep, 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 Matt. What's that sound? I set an alarm for my lunch break was over. Time to go back to the grindstone. I didn't even get a chance to eat.
What? No.
That's no good. Matt needs the calories. You eat up, I'll go wash the floor. In fact, how about I take over to the ticket desk for the next shift? You can do my job, wander the floor for a bit. Yeah, that sounds dope. Yeah, thanks. Ashley winks before her face disappears into the dark recesses of that inhuman mask. As I'm wolfing down rice in the shape of a little heart, wow, it occurs to me I didn't actually ponder my first impressions of Ashley yet. Let's see. Good. Yeah, she's hot. I'm a little shocked about how creative and fun Ashley is. Never met anyone like her. That's so much gusto in life. I hope if I spend more time with her, and a little of that passion will rub off on me too. Anyway, with lunch in my belly and break time complete, the second half of my workday began. I like both of them. I like everyone so far, actually. And Gavin had like instant crazy hot, but then was kind of like serious. And I was like, me and you are going to be a slow burn. We love that shit. Naomi, fucking immediately. Oh my god, so cute, hot as fuck, passionate. I love passionate people. That's the fucking thing though, innit? Like both Ashley and Naomi are both immediately incredibly passionate. That shit is my fucking jam. Spread that on my toast, gamers. Rolling into the afternoon, the crowd starts to fill out. School's done, and the late rising pros are heading out to their arcades of choice. With Ashley covering the desk, my job is to wander the floor, looking for problems, or potential problems, or just making sure everything's a-okay. But for starters, it's a good moment to collect my thoughts. I think I'm off to a decent start with my co-workers. Good first impressions at any rate. Cooperation's gonna be a must. I've had awful co-workers before, they could really drag down your day. Hang on, no time for daydreaming. I think I spot, let's see, 3 possible issues to look into. I should have time to get into all of them, but which should I tackle first? Ooh, let's get this. My mutant floor attendant detects danger from the left-hand side of the arcade. You gotta deal with the irate people because they're just gonna get more irate. I quickly rush all of 30 foot to the scene of the crime, already in progress. Come on! Hurry the Wait. Hurry the up and finish your game! Do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Note to self, ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yes, I'm Matt, floor attendant. Well, stop attending to the comments, attendant me. I want this to wrap up his damn game so I can play. Ashley's face is obscured beneath her costume mask, but I can feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep your swearing to a minimum. You kick these fat pieces off this game, and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. Figuring I ought to hear the fat piece side of the story before rushing to judgment. No, you kick that guy out. Tap the player on the shoulder. He doesn't even notice my tapping. So I tap again, twice. Huh? So there are other players waiting to give Mr. Mopey's Magical Maze a spin? Curiously, the player looks up at the game's marquee, thank you Naomi, which simply reads, Mopey. You know the game's full name? Sure, I played it a lot when I was a kid. That game, that's like fucking sick as fuck. That's like Fantasy Pac-Man. Love that shit. It's actually cool, Mr. Mopey's Magical Maze, right? Wizards and pellets and monsters and stuff? Yeah. Bit terse as he's laser focused on the game, and I can see why. He's currently sitting on 714,900 points. Holy crap, that's a heck of a high score. Or as this other guy would probably put it, holy that's a high score. Excuse me! Right. So, can we please wrap up your game? Huh? Nope. I'm gonna keep it a good pace here. Plenty of livestock, on par for getting close to the world record before the kill screen. Somehow the thick arcade jargon just sounds classier when draped in his British accent. Oh my god, is it fucking me, dude? Like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play the games too. He finishes clearing the current board whilst pondering the predicament. Okay. At first, I think he's stepping away to end his game, but he's letting his stock of 50 extra dues slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash and holds it out. Will this cover it? For a moment, I flash back to the movie where some dude pays another dude to sleep with his wife and they roll around in bed covered in money and... cover what exactly? The cost of the game. The game itself. I've never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given time. It's not even... it's not even in 20s. Dudes rolling in Benjamins. One moment, please. On it! Fortunately, Iris has my messenger app open for me, Gavin's contact info preloaded. With trembling fingers, I key in. Customer wants to buy Mopey for $3K, what do? In less than a minute, I have my response. Considering we paid $200 for it, plus parts, yes, absolutely yes, sell that relic immediately. Oh, okay then. Although, how's Naomi gonna react to this? Offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make 15-fold profit? That was quick maths. It also feels kind of weird to be taking advantage of this guy's lack of grasp of real costs of old arcade machines. I knew all this workplace drama was going to catch up with me at some point. With the rando breathing down my neck, I've got to make a decision. No, dude! I'm not sure we should sell the game. I don't know about this. My semi-boss is cool with it, but there's a lot of factors in play. I don't think I should let you walk with the thing. I feel a bit wishy-washy about the whole mess, not wanting to get on Naomi or Gavin's bad sides. Well, it's not, I just don't... But the player simply smiles. Well, we can't have a mess, can we? Wouldn't be sporting. Hey, got a plus, though! Let's compromise. I'll buy the game so I can play it whenever I want, for as long as I want, provided no one else is already playing, of course. And in return, you can keep Mr. Moopy here, where he belongs. We wouldn't want Naomi to cry, would we? Wouldn't be proper. And with his mind made up, the man presses $3,000 into my awaiting hand, satisfied with negotiations. Which leaves the rando hopping mad. To be fair, we had kind of ignoring that he exists. What the man? What kind of arcade is this anyway? This. I'm going to Deco's place. We just lost a customer. I mean, he was swearing so much and also being actively very rude, so I would have kicked him out anyway. Stumped his way out of the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out into the cold. I don't give a fuck.
What a disagreeable fellow.
Oh! Speak again for me. Speak again for me. It sounds like you're the fucking guy from Blooming Panic. As for the player, well, he goes right back to playing, eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, clearing mazes. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. Yeah, all right. You're kind of just like flashing cash and shit. You're hot. He's kind of splashing the cash. He's kind of splashing the cash, aren't we, Mr. Moneybags? But also, what guy, bestie? I don't know. He just had the timber of XYX in him. I think he just had that timber on him. I mean, he does seem to care more than just his game. He just paid 3 fucking grand to us, which kind of rules. Even someone walling around in the lowest tax brackets. The rich can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And yet, that's not what this guy did. He could have, but he let us keep the game. He just wanted to play, that's all. And why? Because of Naomi. Because of the Funplex. It's a home and a family for the games and for us. Maybe it's best I send that rando out the door in favor of this guy. So you know Naomi? He's happy to talk even while playing.
I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy.
That's 100% XYX. Like, oh my god, that is so strikingly similar if they're not the same voice actor. That's bonkers. To me, a boy.
I'd hazard you're our new floor attendant. I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk earlier.
Super random. Do you think you'd be uploading the Blue and Panic streams anyway? Do you know what fucking sucks? I fully intended to. It's Price Johnson, a streamer for Strumpet Gamers. That's wild. I fully thought that was the same voice actor. Like, that it caught me, like, they sound so similar in my mind. It's a fake British accent, I'll admit. But he hit the emotion notes we needed. I mean, to me, that sounded absolutely so similar. They have like same notes that they are hitting. I meant to upload all the Blue and Panic streams. Do you know what's so funny? Because Twitch does the thing where they delete things after like a few weeks, they just delete the streams. I recorded the first one, but because I didn't have any of the others, I don't have them saved. So unfortunately not. Twitch's VOD game is dreadful. So yeah, unfortunately they're all deleted. But I'm literally recording this stream right now with the intent to upload it to YouTube. So hi YouTube, hi, how you doing? I hazard you're the new floor attendant. I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk earlier. That's me, Matt Crail, Arcade Wrangler.
Hello then. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to getting to know you better.
They deleted it? They did delete it, yeah. Well, they delete everything after like a few weeks. Actually devastated. I am genuinely so fucking sorry. It's why I'm trying to make a push to do more just YouTube stuff so I can have it over there. So you've seriously just been playing Moopy all day, huh?
What can I say? It's my calling. I actually owned a Moopy cabinet once. Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
I literally 100% get it. The beeps and boops?
No, those you eventually learn to filter out.
Yes.
Everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real world conditions.
I do genuinely get it as well. I love the vibe of I love the beeps and boops as well, but you do learn to filter it.
It's all about the emotions. The laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition. I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play at my finest.
Naomi gets that. She keeps Moopy in top condition for the day I eventually land my high score. What's the current world record then? About 3.5 million. The guy's been standing here since I work in the morning shift, hours and hours, and he's still only about 720k into his game. Can't imagine him being in anything but top health condition to try this. The guy's got to have legs made out of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten. I just let a few extra lives drain out whenever I do need to go pee. Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should let him get back to his game, but burning questions, they burn like fire. How can he afford this game? So you're gonna get your Moopy dipped in gold? If it was me tossing him around green like that, I'd have my game coated in solid gold and encrusted with diamonds. Amusing, but gold's a bit heavy, isn't it? It'll break through the floor. You know, it'd be shiny, right? Right?
Don't think so.
Certainly, but I wouldn't want to throw around money to impress people. Wouldn't want to make my game that ostentatious. It's a bit much, yes? Money removes obstacles, nothing more, nothing less. It's a tool like any other. I do day trading, stocks and bonds. It's really nothing interesting, I'm afraid. I care more for Moopy as a whole. Right. He's getting more and more distracted by the game. I should leave him. I have to do a thing about a thing. Be seeing you, McScrail. Another weird encounter in the string of weird encounters. By the end, he sounded more like a high school junkie than you hear about in documentaries. Obsessed-driven, kind of strange. I love high school. There is specifically a documentary about Billy Mitchell and the race to get the Donkey Kong high score, and it fucking owns so hard. I tried to get in contact with them when I was in school doing because I did documentary film in school, so I tried to get in contact with them because I really loved this whole vibe of like esports, but like the older side of it, when it like, you know, it is full of drama and all that shit. Really liked it, so I wanted to make something about it. So I got in contact with the people who made it, and they were fine. We exchanged some emails, but yeah, no. So the high score junkies, the people who keep going for high scores, are so fucking interesting. Lost Arcade, Masters of Order, which I'm speaking about one specifically, and I can't remember it. I think my mind is made of cheese, so it's difficult for me to do it. I don't think I've seen those, though. Oh, I've seen Chasing Ghosts. Lost Arcade and Masters of Order, I don't think I've seen. I've watched a lot of documentaries, but I'm pretty sure I haven't seen those, since I was pretty, like, set on like, a certain... I was pretty set on, like, that genre, so I watched a bunch back to back, but I don't think I saw those. Man vs. Snake is a good... That one is, yes. No, Man vs. Snake is very good. The one I'm thinking of is something about Donkey Kong. I am so sorry. I'm such a bitch. Don't you just love saying a fact about yourself and then completely forgetting all actual tangible information about that shit? Love that for me. So hot, dude. I'm literally Googling it right now. King of Kong! It's King of Kong! Two Flower, you and me. That's what it is, exactly. That's not the impression I had of him from the beginning. He smiled when talking about not splitting up the arcade. There's something more going on here, but... Well, he's a Funplex regular. There'll be plenty of time to learn more later. I've got work to do. Let's see what to handle next. King Kong rearranges a lot of events to make Billy look even worse, but he's still a jerk, so whatever. Yeah, I mean, that's like 90% of documentaries. Yeah. Just rearrange shit to make stuff more dramatic and make people look worse. It's why there's a whole thing with, like, since going to like uni and learning about documentaries and studying it as like a thing constantly, I cannot bring myself to watch true crime shit anymore. It really fucking bums me out and makes me feel like before you had that like degree of separation, like before I had that degree of separation really, where I could like just watch it as like a piece of thing. Now I straight cannot watch them because I know what goes on behind the scenes of all that shit, and I'm like, ugh, God, it's just so icky for me. Obviously, people watch them all the time, so I don't really care if you watch them. It's difficult for me to get through them because I'm consistently thinking of the other side of it. Oh, an expert on a subject means you can't enjoy stuff about it anymore because of all the casuals. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Forgetting everything about something you love as soon as you tell someone you love it is very relatable. Yep. I don't even know if I love them. I don't think I love documentaries. I love, like the art of making things. I love making any form of like consumable content for people to like vibe with. That's like my whole shit. That's why I'm here in front of you right now. But documentaries I went into because I wanted so bad to work in the industry, and I like nowhere would accept me because I don't test well or do very well in like academic things, but I'm very passionate and I do a lot of shit off my own back. So when I was I had to call into unis to just like have them give me a chance because all of the official channels would deny me super quick. So I called up the documentary department, the film school. Sorry, I called the film school of the uni I went to in Wales, and the head of the film school was also the head of the documentary department at the time. And he was like, have you made any films before? I was like, yeah, I've done all this stuff. And he was like, oh shit, yeah, this rules, yeah, you're in. Because he just watched some of the old YouTube content that I used to make and was like, yeah, this is great. This is very good. You like, this is so goofy and funny, and yeah, you can join us. Because he was so set on the fact that documentaries are entertainment first and then informational second, which is how 90% of documentaries are actually run. Yeah, and he was like, yeah, you seem funny and you clearly make this stuff off your own back, so you're passionate about it. Yeah, you can come into the documentary course. The other one is full up. Which was a lie. He lied to me. He wasn't it the year after. He wasn't the head of the film school the year after, because he did that a lot. But yeah, so it wasn't a passion go in. It was like a mix of desperate and passion go in. It was a weird one. Anyway, it was very good. Casting up a storm. Gotta stop swearing. There's a lot of shouting coming from the center of the arcade where Fist of Discomfort is being played. I remember Iris telling me about it earlier today while I was bored to death at the ticket desk. Fist of Discomfort, or FOD, is one of the most popular games in the esports circuit. It's been a staple of the scene for over 6 years. 1 year, Team Wicked Prodigies took on The Unreal and came back with a win in the dying seconds of a tiebreaker match to take home the record of $5 million prize pot. That's a lot of moolah. And how? Okay, so how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and bottom mash brawling. Fight your way down the top and bottom lanes, creating a wave of ninjas to finally topple the enemy dojo. Oh, it's a MOBA? That's the action part. The strategy part involves using special abilities, purchasing items, and ninja summons. FOD is sheer elegance in its simplicity, the way the different game systems interweave to form the masterpiece of esports perfection. So, some are good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, smash dojo? I'd say boiling down a rich game of action and strategy played over the world by top gamers in such a way is a bit degrading, but sure, okay. All of which is super interesting and stuff, but right now, all I care about is dealing with the loudmouth currently playing the game. The closer I get, the louder yelling gets. Most of these are words that...
What the f?
What the actual fuck was that? No, these are definitely all words my mother would disapprove of. You've got to be f***ing me. There is no way that is even plausible. Those hitboxes don't even connect. This game. It all night long. Get wrecked. Oh, this is far from over, scrub. I've saved up a little something extra special for you. I've been baiting you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for hard. Oh, hey. Did I forget to mention I bought an extra ultimate technique scroll for my dojo? Whoops, maybe. What? You haven't been farming? How could? XP share technique with creep waves. Take this 5-fold explosive death claw technique. What? How did you defeat me? No.
Oh, GG.
Oh, they're very hot.
No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
Basically TMNT meets League of Legends. That sounds like the best game of all time, pal. Gonna be honest. My dry eyes painfully blinking makes me realize I've been standing here watching intently during that whole exchange. I'm not 100% sure what just happened, but it didn't matter. I was completely sucked in, couldn't tear my eyes away. It's like watching a train wreck. I mean, if the train was an arcade game and the wreck was that guy's face.
Kid, what are you staring at?
So,
Never seen a champion of my caliber before?
Seeing as I don't know how to even start considering how to respond to her question, I'll have to take a moment to collect my thoughts. From what I've somehow gathered, she goes by Queen Bee. The jacket she's wearing identifies her as a member of L7 Gaming, an arcade esports team. And she's the most direct, fierce person I met all day. It's saying a lot considering who I've run into so far. Oh, this motherfucker down bad. Look, okay, let's be frank. I know my taste. Queen Bee's got the whole package. The sass, the dirty mouth, the keen fashion sense. Now, please be my subservient little heart.
Don't just stand there all weird and quiet like. It's creepy.
I'm sorry, Queen Bee. She snaps her fingers and grabs my
So,
attention.
Are you gonna quarter up or not? Think you can best the hottest rising star of L7?
For I've seen, I know I can best scrub, let alone a professionally competitive player of this game. Nope. No, thank you. But I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games whilst I'm working.
You work here?
Yeah, hey. I mean, she's softened up, so yeah. No, it's all just fun. I went around floor to, you know, pick up drop tickets in hopes of getting one of those giant flamingos behind the prize counter. I know, right? If I was good at those ticket games as I have them at FOD, I'd have a flock of giant plink flamingos. Maybe I'd even give you one. Maybe.
Hey, they haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
Dinner's here, gotta get going. Hey, Two-Flower, thanks so much for coming along, Pop. I hope you've had a fucking good time, and I hope your dinner is absolutely delicious! Thank you so much for coming along, Pop. I appreciate it. You have a beautiful rest of your day. I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. I'm Matt. I did technically start working here about 6 hours ago. It might take them time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where the name tags are forged in a vast clay oven. Nah, Gavin's just slacking big time. I'll talk to that silly boy for you. Make sure to get some proper respect. Thanks? No problem. We gamers gotta stick together.
I'm Queen Bee, by the way. Aggro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
Fuck yeah, hero! I figured that when you put your arms over your head, cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me, Queen Bee."
Hey, I do not sound like that. Well, maybe a little.
Yeah, maybe a little. Anyway, I'm one of the regulars around here, besides Peppa and Tio. So, you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope you last longer than the last guy. Oh, great. Now she's even making my job into a competition. Hope there isn't a betting pool, too. You look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? Nope. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Whoa.
Really? Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you can consider a small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yes? Oh, you sweet child. You're so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you the path of darkness that is the internet. You seem so hype. I am a big fan of how forward you are. Let's fucking go. Man, it's part of my job to know the gamers around here. And if Queen Bee is going to give me some insight on the culture around this game, I should take advantage of that. Lead me further into the dark abyss, my mistress.
Yeah.
Haha, yeah! Queen Bee grabs my hand and pulls me close to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. And upon further inspection, I see the whole hapdassed pile of tech she's rigged up. You can't just plug in one of these cabs into the internet, so I use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. That webcam here broadcasts it to my own personal PC back home, which then streams all my matches live to my fans, and the chat room appears on my phone. Costs a bit to put everything all together, but it takes like half an hour to rig and test each morning, but after doing that here for a couple of years, it's easy peasy. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth on my clip-on camera, damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex than from home. It's so much fun. There is so much fun to miss out by sitting on your lonesome watching the console version of FOD. The crowds, the wicked trash talk, the community. Oh, are you broadcasting live right now? Are we live right now?
Nope. No way.
No, that's part of my warm-up matches. I got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible. Even with a bunch of fodder. As in FOD, as in chum. She's such a pretty voice. Reminds me a bit of Lovely Momo. A little bit. She's more brash. Lunch meat. Scrubs. Losers. I get the idea, yeah. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances at the arcade floor. She gives a nod to someone hanging in the Street Fighter cabinet. My crew is starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. What time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern. Beep beep. Beep beep.
What the?
I gotta go live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell. We'll chat later, right? Sure. One thing. Can you keep the swearing down at least a little? We got kids around here. I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. Him? But for you, I'll keep it to PG-13 rating. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are some butts out there I need to kick. Later. With a wave and a twirl, she completely advanced speed returns to a fist of discomfort game. Queen Bee fires up a broadcasting rig, then shouting and milder swearing start up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Is it wrong for me to crave being stepped on by her? Hey, I gotta be me! We got chemistry so far. Note to self. Check with Gavin about the ethics of dating your customers. I'm not committing to anything here, but, you know. Let's see, what's I handle next? Guys down. Fucking bad. Loud crowd around the Showtime stage. In the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was complete and utter solitude. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that people do come to the arcade. That's quite the crowd that's assembling. Like, larger than Queen Bee's team was rowdier too. That's fun. It calls back. I love that shit. This has got to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case emergency is necessary. Time to clear the way and pave my own path of safety. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Europop drifts. It's an auditory flashback right to 1980. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. Pulsating mass of people are surrounded Showtime stage, cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a fair amount of space to actually play. Showtime stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses motion tracking sensors hidden behind the colored spotlights to check the dance pose accurately and score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Matt? Had my dance fever shots to the doctor's office earlier this season. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning up against the back wall. Did you see that, Tio? I got my first AA on Stop the Beat.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, dude, you're doing great. Seeing the last month, you couldn't even pass that song. Totes impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing, and one day, maybe even surpass you. Hey, I hope you do. And when you do, you can be the one that brings in new dancers and teaching them how to play. Next song starts. My eyes shifts from their conversation to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements coming from the Showtime stage. I feel my head bobbing and my foot tapping. It's a really catchy song, can you blame me? I'm getting really into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Care to dance?
How about you? Want to take the spotlight? Dance with a hottie like you? Absolutely, dude. I feel my cheeks flush lightly. Cute boy just asked me to dance with him. Granted, it's for an imported arcade dancing game rather than junior prom, but this really happens to me. My heart skips a beat before I can find enough composure to respond. What? Me? Really?
Hello.
You, and only you. How could I resist to ask a person such as yourself? You caught my eye the moment you walked over.
Hey, wait.
Hey.
You're new here, right?
Yeah. Yes, very.
Name's Mateo, but everyone here just calls me Teo.
Sup, Teo? Teo's the best! Greatest guy here! He's sort of like a leader, yeah?
Oh, please, I'm nothing, really.
He looks directly into my eyes.
Nothing as special as you.
Ooh.
I just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close.
Hell yeah. Cringe, Teo? Bruh. Get the out of here. I will end you. You come after my guy again? Dunzo for you.
I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang. So, what do you say? Play our silly dancing game?
I'd play a silly dancing game all day, gamer. Teo stretches his arm to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. go for it. I couldn't care less that I'm supposed to be working. One does not simply refuse to play a dancing game with an attractive guy. It's like that one dream I keep having, but it's actually coming true. I mean, a different kind of dream where I'm giving a speech in front of a class and I forgot to put pants. Without thought. I take his hand. Yeah, 1,000 times yes. As I'm about to step on the stage, an ominous shiver crawls down my spine. I glance over and spot Ashley standing behind the ticket counter. I know I can't see her face behind the mask, but I can totally sense she's glaring daggers my way. It's creeping me out. On second thought, I'm actually supposed to be working right now. I'm the new floor attendant, Matt. Really? I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He was actually pretty good at Showtime Stage, now that I think about it. He's out, I'm in. It's currently year 0 of the floor attendant Matt regime.
Hello there.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, Matt. I hope we get to know each other well. Indeed. For someone that loves Showtime Stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play yet. True, most of the time during these meetups I tend to let everyone else play. I go around and make sure everyone is happy, having a blast. But what about you and your feelings? Teo shrugs. My happiness comes from making other people happy. That's all I need in life. Which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with this crowd, how best to handle it. Hey, want to film a workplace safety video? Good, we can start by getting to know workplace safety together. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you've got to break up the band. Unless you want to film one of those retro 1960s public service announcements videos where someone loses a leg, dancing off stage into a crowd. Oh, yeah. I guess we're kind of overdoing it a little. Shaking hands in danger. Hey, when the heat is on and the lights are shining, these things happen. I'll take care of it. Luckily, the song that was being played just finished. Teo jumps up on stage, cups his hand over his mouth. Hey, listen! We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. Oh, man, pretty well. I like my spot. Hey, now, you know the deal. We have to all be cool about fire safety. It's Matt's first day, so let's show some respect. Like that, dude. See everyone turn around and glare at me. Great. Now I'm going to be known as the party pooper. I guess I've had worse reputations in my lifetime. Like that one time I was too close to the pool because of the dirty bandage floating in the water and no one would talk to me for like a week. Hey, hey, don't disappoint me, crew. Matt's just doing their job. Reluctantly, the crowd reshuffles itself into a semi-orderly fashion. As everyone settles into a safer way of watching the game, Teo jumps down and comes back to me. Better? I nod, genuinely impressed with how Teo can capture his community's attention. They listen to him and have the utmost respect for him. Yeah, actually, much better.
Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the game, you know? Of course you know.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, you should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
Nah, yeah, it's sick, dude. As long as that dancing is within the law, carry on. Officer matter spoken. I walk away, ready for my next venture, when I remember something I should do. I turn back to Teo. Hey, thanks.
No problem.
Well, I feel nice and accomplished. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade and make a new friend. See, that's pretty good for my first day. Even Gavin's got to be impressed, right? And with all that business sorted, it's time to leave Showtime Stage. The arcade is now at peace. My work here is done. Well, actually, there's a few hours from closing time, so my work isn't quite done, but you know. So, I'm so at peace, in fact, I didn't even notice the underboss of the arcade sliding on up
Good
behind
day.
me. Not bad first day so far. I've been keeping tabs on you. Well, others have been, and they've been texting me. You know, you should consider getting a proper group chat app going. I've got a crappy phone plan. My texts aren't free. A valid point. I'll look into that.
Impressive.
I'm impressed with how you handle yourself. I think we're going to work out just fine. Anyway, I prepared your paperwork, so if you'd like to go and sign it and make this working relationship a bit more above board.
Yeah.
So you're staying? Please tell me you're staying. I mean, I fed you and everything, and you're so cute, dude. Francine hasn't fired them yet, right? I also really do like Ashley as well. An adorable nightmare enjoys the impromptu staff gathering. Matt's off to a great start. Here's to your first day, followed by so many more. Did you two have jobs to attend to? Just ordered a replacement power supply for Robotron. Nothing left to do for the day. Not many kids around here for me to entertain. Finally, a quiet moment. My dream job has been going a mile a minute since I got here. Huh. Is it my dream job? I told Francine when I was looking for hope. I've been so used to life dumping all over me that I've come to expect the worst, generally. And yet, I can't say the Funplex has dumped on me. It's been hectic at times, a little too much, but not really in a bad way. I've started to get along with my co-workers. I'm helping people with their problems. Maybe I'm finding the hope I was looking for, after all. I've only got a few hours till closing. It's nice and quiet. How about we game for a bit? Speak for yourself. I've still got paperwork to handle. Oh, come on. Don't act like you don't game. Irrelevant. I know your dirty little secret. They do like each other. What? Naomi. You sneak in early each morning to play pinball. You're a pinball wizard. Well, what of it? I bring order to chaos. Pinball is a very expression of that art form. You know what we should do? Impromptu pinball tourney. The girls are giggling. I'm finding myself smiling right alongside them. All in all, not a bad way to end my first day. I agree, though. That sounds sick as shit, mate. Fucking pinball tourney?
By the way, I've booked a birthday party for this afternoon.
Okay. Just confusion, outright terror on their faces. All laughter dying off immediately. They're vaguely concerning to me.
Sorry, I meant to tell you, dears, but I plumb forgot.
This is so fucking funny, holy shit. Birthday party? How old are the kids, may I ask? It's her 5th birthday, oh, to be young again. 5 years old! Naomi starts pulling at her hair, eyes wide and trembling. Throwing ski balls overhand into the glass, jumping up and down on pinball machines, putting chewing gum into coin slots, pulling at my costume, tearing off pieces of it. Naomi, Ashley, keep it together. We've survived kids' birthday parties before. Doom! Doom, the end is nigh!
I'd hate to get in the way of all the fun. Yep, it's time for my afternoon nap anyway. Have fun, dears.
Right, battle stations, everyone. I'll take a ticket desk. So I can oversee operations. Ashley, greet the kids. Naomi, watch for hardware damage. Matt, roaming duty. Look for trouble, do what you can, prepare yourself. They are coming. Like an oncoming tidal wave, the rumble is felt before it is seen. Parents pouring into the parking lot. Minivans, disgorging kindergartners. And suddenly... An explosion of small humans rushed toward the door, bursting into the arcade before scattering every which way. Even before any of them can get tokens, they're grabbing at joystick, smashing buttons, eager to get their game on or just pretend to be playing. The crew assumes battle stations, Naomi by the fragile pinball machines, Ashley near the door trying to distract the incoming kids to greet them. Gavin, armed with the pre-stacked $10 rolls of tokens, quickly exchanges them with the adults, beats waiting in line to the change machines. As for the pro gamers, well, Queen Bee and Teo's friends bolt for the exit, abandoning them, keen on getting out of the surge of kiddos, I guess. That's all very well and good, but I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be. Roaming duty, Gavin said. Looking for trouble, Gavin said. I mean, I was doing that before, but now the chaos has multiplied. For a few minutes, I'm like a pinball being bounced around, or like that frog trying to cross the highway traffic. Eventually, I spot 3 possible problems on the rise, and Matt, professional floor attendant, is ready to attend to them. Which one of these should I tackle first, though? I may not be able to deal with all of them in time. Okay, alright. See, I wonder if these are related to the people or the problem. So, crying over stolen tickets, yes. This seems less important, but it has the most important people. So I am going to go here. I can smell disaster on the wind, and it smells sweet. As in, I can smell the box of birthday cupcakes one of the parents left in the ticket desk, the kids swarming around it, scavenging their favorite icing colors. At first, my inner child is merely offended that someone thought one of those icing bob cupcake cakes was superior to an actual birthday cake. But there were clearly larger issues at stake than that.
I want a chocolate! Don't take all the chocolate!
I want 2 cupcakes. Give me 2 cupcakes.
No fair! Everybody gets one, and mine's gotta be chocolate!
Of course, the kids at the front grabs the last one.
Finders keepers, losers weepers.
I punch the boy in the face. The parents aren't paying attention. They're too busy complaining about their jobs and weather and the PTA and stuff. Meaning, when that first cupcake is thrown, nobody's there to stop it.
Ah, stop it, stop it.
I want chocolate!
Blobby wads of icing and sponge cake go flying. I glance over to the coin-op games, in which we're about to get caught in the crossfire. Naomi, who's busy trying to unjam a joystick from one of the kids wrangled too hard, looks up to see the cupcake onslaught coming her way. As does Ashley, whose fuzzy costume is nice, an inviting target for flying confectionery. Act fast, Matt! Oh no! I would love to try and save them both. I mean, this is going to be harder to... This is more expensive, but this might be harder to fix. No, this would be harder to fix. This is more expensive, but also then I'm leaving Ashley. I would love to try and save them both. I'm going to keep Sweden in this. Quickly, I hurl myself into the action. Get down! Numbness sets in as multiple rounds of frosting coating mortifying impact against my body. Finally, when I hit the ground, my clothes are totally ruined. But alas, my noble self-sacrifice could not completely protect them. Naomi seems to get the idea and shields the game with her body. A few stray cupcakes that missed me hit her, but otherwise no damage done. Ashley takes a few soch, unfortunately, but it could have been worse. As parents swarm around the cupcake war investigators, Naomi and Ashley kneel down to check my fallen form. Matt, are you okay?
Oh my!
Could be paralyzed from the neck down. Matt, blink once if you're paralyzed. Blink twice if not. I'm not paralyzed. Oh, hey, you could talk. That could work too. Naomi helps me to my feet. Although, I have to be careful not to mingle my icing with her icing in the process.
Ugh.
Days like these, I'm glad I wear an apron. Yeah, cupcakes are food, not fashion.
Poops.
Colored icing is just the worst. Think I can get these two out with some club soda, fortunately. I guess they got all of us. But, Matt was worst of all. You know, that was super selfless of you, trying to save us from the splatter. Speaking as a floor attendant, you score a silver medal. Despite all of us ending up being splattered a little, they seem in good spirits. I should try to keep that rolling. My cupcake foo is not strong enough. I must go meditate under a waterfall and train for 10 years. No mere cupcake can stop me. I'm hardened, stalwart defender of this arcade. I mean, that one's very fun. No mere cupcake can stop me. I'm hardened and stalwart defender of this arcade. I fear no confectionery. Bring it on. Break your desserts upon my body, and I shall stand guard forevermore. Hey, that could be a good team-building exercise for the staff. Ugh, please no. I hate gross stuff. It's just cupcakes. Cupcakes are great. To eat, yes. Not to play an oversized game of pinball with. Anyway, thanks, Matt. That was a complete mess, but I could have guessed it could have been more of a complete mess if you hadn't have done that. But you got to fixing this joystick. You should still clean up and get back to it. Also, the party's still going on. Good luck. One each. Yeah, good luck. Hey, good work. If you'll excuse me, I need to go clean up poor Pinky a bit. That could have gone better. It also could have gone much, much worse. More importantly, I kept their spirits up. Even Ashley, who has to clean icing out of her fuzzy felt, came out of it cheerful. With a brief nod from Gavin, I snatch up one of the official Funplex t-shirts to replace my cupcake's top. After a few minutes in the bathroom and to change, I wipe the icing off my pants. I'm ready to go again. That's right! Right, that's sorted out. But the other two situations are about to spin. I've only got time to deal with one of them. Let's go here. Sounds of hardship call to me from the fast... Because the crying girl, we can sort that out. That could be a parental thing. The yelling at a kid kind of needs to be sorted out now. Shouting adults and crying children are never particularly good signs. I hope beyond hope that I can take this on. I shake the discomfort off. Now's not the time to doubt myself. I need to find out what's going on. And stat! As I get close to revving the engines and clacking of shifting gears, I see a grown woman berate a cowering boy.
I didn't.
Admit it! You know what you did, you brat! You manipulated my precious son to put his tokens in your game. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm so sorry. Choosing like you are the absolute worst. Garbage. Oi! Ma'am, keep your voice down. There's no need to shout at a child, no less. What's going on here? This jerk boy told my sweetest beyond sweet Josh that he should put his own tokens into the racing machine so he could play it for free. Josh earned those tokens from his own allowance and won't let some devil child steal his money. Can you fucking chill, hun? Let's just take a moment and calm down, okay? Before I say anything else, I spot Queen Bee and Teo out of the corner of my eye. Queen Bee looks infuriated and Teo has buried his face in his hand. Actually, now that I stop and think about it, they might have some insight. The racing games are right next to the Showtime stage. Teo probably had a good vantage point if the whole thing was, if he was dancing on stage. Just by the way Queen Bee's brows are furrowed, I can tell something's not sitting right with her. I could ask one of them for their help, or I could try to solve this one by myself. I'm gonna ask Queen Bee because, I mean, I think that this is going to be more personal for her, but also hot. Since Queen Bee is being consumed by rage, I bet she knows what's really going on here. I'll wave her over to join us. I attempt to reach out to her for guidance. Ma'am, I know you're upset right now, but I think that that lady is a no good piece of Nope, not helping. This is in fact furthest away from helping I could ever envision. The kid runs away to avoid the loud people as I try my best to defuse the situation. That boy did nothing wrong. Nothing. Excuse me? Pat, how dare you? There's no way I'm getting a word in between these two. I sigh and resign myself to watching it play out. How dare I? How dare you for yelling at that kid? I don't care what he did, if he did what you claim or not. You got no right to traumatize him over it. He's a thief and he'll grow up to be a no-good criminal. That still doesn't matter. Do you honestly think, take a single second of your life to really think that shouting at a child is an effective way to handle this? Ugh, you can't tell me how I should act. Who do you think you are? I'm the nemesis of evildoers, righter of wrongs, the rising star of L7 Gaming. Queen Bee poses her trademark pose.
No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
I'm the one and only Queen Bee. In the name of the Funplex, I'll punish you. Well, I never. In all my years, you're far worse than an impotent child. Josh! We are leaving this horrible arcade. Right now. I'm gonna handle it. Woman scoops up our child and storms out the front door. I don't really think we see her. I don't think we'll see her or her son anymore. And quite frankly, I'm okay with that. Once they're gone, Queen Bee turns her attention back to me. Ugh, people like that really me off. My blood is boiling.
Hey.
Oh, and hey, thanks for the backup. You're welcome. I don't really do much of anything. Yeah, well, I knew you had my back, kid. I can sense that you're like me. Can't stand to see people get screamed at. It sucks, you know? Queen Bee's whole aura changed from her normal upbeat snark to a completely down in the dumps. There's a side of her I hadn't seen yet. She looks so sad. You doing okay? I know it's none of my business, but I feel like I should ask her this. It looks at the instant hit her hard. Hey, is everything alright? It's okay, you can tell me. She paused for a second before her normal smile creeps back on her lips. Ah, you're sweet. Seriously, I'm fine. I just don't like seeing adults treat their kids like their future's nothing. Like they'll be worthless stains in society. Yeah, there's some character bleed there, definitely. I had a lot of people tell me I could never be a professional gamer. That I should quit daydreaming. And I say, those people. Don't let anyone tell you who you are.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks for asking. I appreciate it, kid. Alright, show's over. You should go check on that boy. The boy... Oh, I totally forgot you're right. Here I am. Excuse me. I need to squeeze in a few more matches before quitting time. I'm out, kid. Queen Bee takes one more moment to triangulate the safest path back to Fists of Discomfort through a sea of children. After poking around a bit, I've managed to find the kid, still shaken up from the whole ordeal. Hey, sorry about that. You gonna be okay?
I think so. I swear I didn't do anything. The other kid, he just came up out of nowhere, dropped his token in my slot. After I lost, I got off the game and offered it to him. He just ran away. And the woman approached you and started yelling? Boy nods, wiping his snotty nose on his shirt. Uh-huh. Well, if it's any consolation, the bad lady's gone. I don't think she's gonna ever come back. Especially after the way Queen's Bee burned her.
Queen bee burner. The boy, cheeks still streaked with tears. There's a smile spread on his face. Thank you. Tell the other lady thanks for staying up for me too. I nod, and the boy scurries off and rejoins some of his other friends. 2 problems in the can. Now to deal with that crying kid by the ski ball. She's gone. Well, crap. Percy looks up briefly from clearing level 78 of Moopy. Looking for that girl. I think her parents took her home. The party turned sour for her, I suppose. I wasn't fast enough. Gotta be everywhere at once, Matt. Sure, love. You're gonna be doing better than the last guy who stood in your post. Seconded. I saw you deal with that obnoxious parent and with the cupcake war. You did well today. Seeing Gavin actually smiling is weird, but I'm not gonna say no to praise from my sub-boss. Things seem to be cooling down. I suggest you take a few minutes in the break room. We're there. Oh my fucking god. Gamers, have we just seen who's just entered in? It's fucking Breedo. What's up, Bree? How are you doing, hun? You doing good? Are you doing... Is the universe giving you what you deserve, which is just the most beautiful shining light, as you give to the rest of the world? A shining beacon of hope. Thank you for coming along, pal. I appreciate it so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. We're playing Arcade Spirits as a dating sim set in an arcade bar. Arcade bar. Arcade place. Fuck. Shit. It's good. It's first day. It's first day of our little... I'm alive and breathing, so we're good. Fuck yeah. That's the shit. Hell yeah, gamer. Things seem to be cooling down. I suggest you take a few minutes in the break room while there's a lull in the action. Ashley and I will handle things for now, and she can swap off when you come back. Mm-hmm. Percy ducks out of the conversation without actually moving anywhere, refocusing on his game. I could use a few minutes, yeah. Thanks, Gavin. I'll be right back. Mm-hmm. I slip away, headed for the employee lounge. What a day. Quirky co-workers, die-hard pro gamers, volatile kids getting into volatile situations. I don't know where that well came from. Please ignore that. No. Eyes locked on well PP. I'd say it's a recipe for wackiness, or some such cliche. But nothing's easily dismissed cliche when it's happening to you directly. Frankly, I'm exhausted. I drop down into one of the cheap folding metal chairs in the employee break room, groaning and rolling my head back to try and work out the kinks in my sore shoulders. And spot an upside down kid? Ah. Oh wait, I'm the one leaning backwards. I sit up and turn around instead. Better. Oh wait, what's the kid doing back here? Hey, I think he was hoping I wouldn't notice him. Hi. Hi, and you are... Mikey. Hi, that's a star. Hi, Mikey. My name's Matt. So what are you doing back here? This is an employees only area. Wait, that's the keypad. How'd you get in? Guy at the desk dropped this. I was at a piece of paper with a door code written on it. Huh. Score 1 for Ashley's wild storytelling being more fact than fiction. Okay, but you can't stay back. Well, I don't see any knives or stabbing implements left out in the open, so I guess it's technically safe.
Please don't send me back out there.
This is curious. I didn't even we get on the same eye level. Something wrong? You can tell me I work here. I'm the person who solves the problems.
No problems. Just don't want to go out there.
All right. We can vibe here. You want to play with your friends? It gives you the most cynical bitter laugh I've ever heard out of a kindergarten.
I don't got any friends. I don't know anybody here. My family just moved to the city, and before that we lived in another city. And one more for that, but I was too little to remember. Mom told me to come to the party anyway, and I didn't want to, but she took me anyway. And then she left because she's got to work.
Ah, new kid in town, huh? He nods mutely. Still, I should have busted him there and then, brought him back out to the party where the other parents could supervise him. Should have told Gavin. I should enforce their rules of the arcade. Alright, kid, I won't tell on you. If you want to stay back here for the rest of the party, I'll keep you company. Thanks. You really want to tell my mom? No. What? I thought you wanted to make me go. You're an adult like Mom. I wasn't always an adult. I was a kid once. New kid in town, in fact. You were the new kid? Yeah. Although, for me, that started happening back when I was 10. Again and again, moving town to town, school to school, never really making any friends, not for years. Mom and Dad kept losing jobs, taking new ones, worse ones. They'd be working all day long, too tired when they come home for much of anything. After years and years of this, I stopped hoping things would get better. I just decided I could take what I could get. I'm trauma dumping on you, kid. I'll just go with the flow. What does that mean? I mean, you don't care. Some things are good, some things are bad, but you don't care. You just do what you have to do without being sad over
That
it.
sounds so sad. You weren't sad?
Oh
If
yeah,
sad,
pal.
you never care about anything, right?
I guess I was sad. I told myself I wasn't going to be sad, even though I really was. And I bite my tongue hard, because my little involuntary trip down memory lane was not helping this kid out. Wouldn't have helped out little Matt if an adult did this for me. So instead, I decided to be the adult that little Matt would have needed. See, cause I like this one. I don't know this. This is it's between these two for me. This is yes, but I don't know if the kid is in like that place. This is true. This I don't know if that's gonna like make the kid be like ah. And these two is my favorite. I might just do this one. You know what helps me when I'm sad? Peace and quiet. That's why you came back here, right? All beeps and boops, kids laughing, and the craziness. It's too much. That's okay. If you need a quiet moment, I'll be right here with you. Okay. Sat there in silence for a time. I flipped through my phone, but only half-heartedly. I want to be ready if he wants to talk. For a few minutes, he's okay with tugging at his shoelaces and looking at the floor. I don't know what to do. Everybody's having fun. I don't know how. I don't know how to make friends that have fun. I can't even try if I just mess it up. It's tricky, that's for sure. That's a good thing about going with the flow, too. It's not always sad. Think of it like, imagine a cup of water. A cup of water, what happens when you pour it into a bowl? Is the water still shaped like a cup? That's silly as bowl shaped. Exactly. People can be like water, too. You know how to be quiet and peaceful, and you just need to go with the flow. Watch kids out there, watch who they talk to, listen to what they talk about. And when you hear something you can talk about, or when it looks like they want to talk and but have nobody to talk to, that's when you can have some fun. I promise you, some of the kids out there are just as sad. They want to have fun and don't know how. You could be the friend they need. Mikey's smiling. It's not a big goofy grin, not the high of happiness, just a simple understanding. Okay. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, I'll go back to the party. And I'll be a cup of water. And take his hand and lead him out the back to the main room. What a good kid, eh? What a nice kid. Off he goes. I'm not fooling myself. I haven't fixed all of Mikey's problems. I'm no child psychiatrist. That was me flying by the seat of my pants. But for one moment there, I was able to help someone in the same crappy situation I found myself long ago. 15 years ago. Everything changed. No more family vacations, no more arcade visits. We couldn't afford them. They couldn't take time off, and they couldn't take time off work. Whole Krail family had to learn to settle. Accept the lot we'd been dealt. Simply go with the flow. Never hoping, never wanting. Juniper did her best to pull me out of that mire. I'd only known her a few years, one of the stable times in my life, but she knew the edge I'd been pushed to. Now, here I am. Day's been, well, bonkers. Alternately boring and hectic, surreal and way too real. But I can honestly say I'm more alive today than I have been in a very, very long time. Beep beep! Beep beep, Matt! My emotional voice analysis subroutines combined with your body language suggest you're very happy right now. Yeah, I guess I am. How'd you know? I just told you, silly! I mean, how'd you know I'd love this job so much?
Oh, I know.
Oh, that's easy. I didn't. Huh? I lied. I was 47% sure. It has elements that click in with your potential social requirements, the fun atmosphere, the spirited co-workers, helping people out, and so on. I also cross-referenced your roommate's postings talking about how much you enjoyed arcade visits when you were a kid. Still, 47%.
99.97%.
But I'm 99.97% sure that if I said I was 99.97% sure, you'd be willing to give it a try. Another thing to be thanking Juniper for, I guess. You're a very weird little app, you know?
Hooray!
I try to be. I mean, you're not trying to sell me pizza bagels. And the car's pulling up in the parking lot. Looks like the party's over. It's just about closing time for the arcade anyway. Most of the gamers have fled out by now, if they hadn't already fled the tidal waves of kiddies. My first impulse is to go bug Gavin about my paperwork, but nah, I can wait. I'd rather go help someone with the tidying up, or maybe see how our VIP gamers are doing. Not enough time to run around checking in with everyone, though. Who do I want to hang out with? I want to... Ashley or Naomi, I think. I think I'm gonna Ashley. She's quietly repairing her costume. Maybe she could use company. She's pulled up a chair next to her ticket counter and is sewing fervently. I'm on my way over to the prize counter to see if there's anything I can do. Need any help? This is definitely Sephiroth, by the way. Need any help with Pinky?
Oh, hi!
Oh gosh, it's really nice of you, Matt. And I realized it's the first time I see her around with a flamingo costume. I didn't realize she could look even more adorable. Apparently she's not some half flamingo, half human hybrid. Of course, I'm not a half bird mutant creature. Huh? How'd you... I tell you? I'm a cosplayer / arcade worker by day, psychic detective by night. I solve all matters of grisly crimes with my ability to read people's minds. Even now, I'm looking into your deepest thoughts. Prove it! If I learned anything about Ashley, is that I could probably... this is probably one of her storytime adventures. I could contest it. If that's the case, then tell me, Miss Psychic Detective. Tell me what I'm thinking about. Right now! Ashley rolls her eyes with a smirk. Relax, I'm just messing with you. Oh, I know, okay. I wanted that to be more playful than it evidently was. But in my defense, the quizzical look of your face told me everything I needed to know. It's always weird seeing people out of their costumes, and in the same thing with other cosplayers. I couldn't recognize them outside of the wigs and makeup. Don't take it personally. Plus, maybe I'll even trick you when I'm in one of my other costumes. But for now, gotta focus on helping Pinky out. How bad is it? Well, luckily, Pinky's arm is still intact. My stitch job held up. But some kids pulled out a few of my tail feathers. I got a bit of icing to remove, even though you blocked most of it. Right, sorry about that. Hey, you did your best. This kind of stuff happens all the time. It's just more common at these chaotic birthday parties. I've come quite depth at fixing Pinky up after these events. See? Look at that. How's my last stitch? Not bad, it looks almost new.
Thankies.
Thankies, Matt. You know, you really did well out there today. You should be proud of yourself, no matter what Gavin says about you. Wait, what? Well, I'm pooped. I'm gonna go home and take a nice bath and relax.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. No, wait. Come back. Too late, she's gone. Guessing she was just messing with me. Anyway, right? The thing's winding down. There's just one last thing to take care of before I'm out the door. I seek out Gavin to handle the remains of the day. Matt, good work today. Thanks, boss. Mid-boss. Sub-boss? Gavin, will do. I can't say you've been a perfect employee, but my standards are impossibly high, so I'll assume you're as close to perfect as is reasonable. The cost of cleaning our carpets won't be as bad, thanks to your quick thinking. Normally, I'd have dealt with angry parents myself, but I was distracted. I have only second-hand accounts of your performance there, but... allowing Queen Bee to yell at customers is questionable at best. She's volatile. I'd rather have you handle that one on your own, all told. I'm pleased to say the sale of Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze for a full $3,000 will indirectly offset quite a few of these costs. I'm glad you consulted me on that and stuck to your guns on pricing. Even if I'd be happy to get rid of the relic entirely. While it's still here... Why it's still here is a good question. Was I not clear I wanted it gone? Percy didn't want me to break up the family. They're machines, not people. I also didn't want Naomi to be sad. Yes, well, Naomi needs to learn to let go, I'd say. Ah! Gamers. 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 Is that professional gamer Kaza Marie coming in here? What the fuck is going on, hero? Hi, everyone. Welcome on in. We are playing Arcade Spirits. It is a fucking little visual novel dating game where you're in, like an arcade. We lost Civ 6. Ah, pup, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for you. I'm so sorry, hun. But it takes place in an arcade. We are actually finishing up this day, and when we finish up this day, we will be stopping the game. But anyway, I was Lady Six Sky. Oh, I love her. Going for a science guy and it got me. Ah, as it always is, eh? How was game? Aside from the fact that you lost it, how was it? Was it still fun? Were you close at least? Ahem. Are you giving our poor little man a hard time, Gavin, dear? Miss Francine, I thought you were napping.
Be sensible.
Naomi's dream matters too, as does the dream of Percy, that poor fellow. Poor? Isn't Percy stinking rich?
Everyone has a dream they're chasing.
Gavin, I know you mean well, wanting to keep everyone's dreams afloat, but sacrifices made in that name, which shatter the dreams of others, well, that's not what the Funplex is all about. Matt, you understand, yes? The reason why? Why am I here? That's the question she asked me during that interview. Now I think I understand. I came in today looking for hope. Hope I could do more with my life than compromise. Settle for what I can get and go with the flow. Everybody I've met today is full of hope. Gamers chasing scores, people following their passion. Nobody here is willing to give up on their dreams. Not even you, Gavin. I know we're better than this, Gavin. We don't settle. We chase after our hopes and dreams and won't accept anything less. I see.
Apologies.
Mad, Miss Francine, I apologize. It's difficult to balance my idealism against my realism. Some days, but I know in my heart I need to err on the side of idealism, even if my mind screams in protest. It's a beautiful story. We're really close. I'm so fucking proud of you, hun. I can assume you're still keen to work here, Matt? IT guy, musician, craftsman, southwestern Pennsylvania, born and bred. Hi there, wizard. Hi, how you doing? Thanks so much for coming along. I appreciate it. Look at all of those fucking accolades. I'm interested in the craftsman thing. Tell me about that. And don't even hesitate before replying. Absolutely. Gavin fetches a nearby short stack of forms. Fill these out tonight. Hand them to me first thing in the morning. And welcome to the Funplex. Welcome to the family, I'd say. I'm sure you'll fit in just fine, Matt. One bus ride later, and it's home again. Home again! Jiggity jig. Juniper's already home from work. Bounds over eagerly to interrogate me on my day. So, how'd it go? It went well. Well or well? Really well. A little app came through, despite it being terrifyingly omniscient and a little bit unnerving. You forgot to mention adorable. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear things worked out. You had to came home with a smile like you did when you were a lifeguard. I guess I am smiling. Interesting.
By the way,
there's
just one teensy-weensy little question I have for you.
What's up, Jude?
Why exactly did you order a giant crate full of pizza bagels?
Did I neglect to mention the part of the terms and conditions? On the plus side, I know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. Fucking pizza bagel ass app. And that's level 1 of Arcane Spirits complete. And hey, you also won a prize. You'll get one of those for each level you clear, plus some extras for various endings and other hidden thingies. Now, let's check your score. You're on Queen Bee's good side, beats being on her bad side. You're proven to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. You've also scored 6,000 points. Nice. Keep talking with people and your score will go up, up. Today's pizza fact is, Americans eat approximately 100 acres of pizza each day, or 350 slices per second. Wow. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 2? Yes. And with that, with that, we're going to end stream today. I'm so sorry for the Cousin Marine gang who have just gone along, but I appreciate y'all being here. Thanks so much for coming along. Woodworker, etc. My dad was a mechanic, so making stuff comes with the job. Well, isn't that fucking cool as shit? GG. I hope to hear more about it, gang. Thanks so much for being here. What a fucking good game. I am, like, in love with it. It's so fucking strong, actually, which makes sense since everyone says it's fucking great, and I honestly fully agree. That absolutely rip-roars. How absolutely wonderful. Told you. No, yeah, you're 100% right. That shit absolutely rips. I'm so excited to keep going with it, which I'm going to be keeping going tomorrow with it. Back around the same time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard, 6 p.m. GMT. Little dance beat there. Shit, GMT. We're going to be back around with this, and then on Wednesday, we're going to be playing Final Fantasy XIV, the Heaven of Square Enix. But in the meantime, thanks for streaming. Love this game so far. Thank you for being here, pup. Honestly, that shit. It's all well and good. It's all well and good. Me playing the game, but it's nothing if people aren't here with us. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm going to chuck in a little raid. To somebody, but in the meantime, thank you so much for being here. I hope you all sleep well, gang. I hope you all wake inspired. I hope you wake knowing that much like an arcade cabinet, you are beautiful, all inside and out, and timeless. You might think, oh, nobody wants me anymore. I've outdated. I don't have what is considered desirable now in a modern day, and let me tell you, oh shit, that's so not true. People want to eat you up so bad. It's supposed to be a positive thing. Thank you so much for fucking coming along. Let's have a look at who's streaming right now. Let's see if we can get a little bit of that gang going in. Let's hit a fucking. Do you guys want to hit a 0 viewer? Yeah, let's do that. What a nice little time that will be, eh? Right. I'm rocketing this shit down. And we're gonna be let's view some people here with this one viewer. I want to meet someone. I'm sure there's a nice little gamers. I'm on the Final Fantasy 14 tag. If someone sees someone who seems like a good vibe, let's go and raid them. What a wonderful time that would be, eh?